All right. Peace to everybody that's going to come up in here. We're going to wait for the people to get up in here. All right. We're going to wait for some of y'all to get up in here, and the notification again kicks in.
Pick that cut. Move along, huh? Come on, Edward. Drive them niggas. Pick that cut. Move along, huh? Here. What you doing, boy? Come on.
240 for Bob.
Yeah, man. Peace to everybody. How y'all doing, man? I don't know, man, but a lot of people feel some kind of way about this shit, man. All that talking that right, yo, and somebody, I'm not gonna lie, somebody sent me a song, right? It's not rap, it's like a country R&B kind of song. If y'all want to hear it, it's about Lord Jamar and the Vlad thing. If y'all want me to just play, press 1. But do me a favor, please make sure that you like this live. Please share. We're going to get into a lot of different topics, but we're going to start off with Lord Jamar. Lord Jamar said he would never go back to VladTV, man. But his direct deposit, his bank account said, yes, you motherfucking will. Now, a lot of people calling him Fraud Jamar. You know what I mean? Fraud Jamar, he's standing on black power and, you know what I mean, principles and all the stuff that we bigged him up for. That was his whole premise. You know what I mean? You know, we all call Vlad a culture vulture and things of that nature. Let me say this real quick. I'm not mad at Vlad anymore. Now, I know Bootsy, Tony Ayo, Michael J, Kyle White, whatever, he goes on there. Numerous people go on there. I mean, let me word it correctly. That's just them. But for a person who's standing up for black pride, black power, and the knowledge is God, you know what I mean? He got a funny ass laugh, you know what I mean? But all of that, and you run right back. We're gonna get into some snippets now because I had to think about it because I had some videos of him. So I had to make sure that I don't, because I don't want to play it, you know what I mean? Play his shit. You know what I mean? If anything, I won't show the video. I'll let you hear the audio, just like I'm gonna play the audio from Vlad TV. I'm gonna play it off my phone. So I already got that queued up. But again, everybody, please make sure that you share this live, man. Share this fucking live. You know what I mean? Listen, man. He called Vlad a damn culture vulture, then flew back and landed on the couch like a damn loyal pigeon, man. Now we knew he was gonna go back because he got on Art of Dialogue. And I could play that because that's Art of Dialogue. So let me make sure Art of Dialogue. We're gonna play that, right? Lord Jamar. All right, because I be forgetting that, so I gotta make sure I write shit down. All right, because if I don't write it down, that's it. Lord Jamar's loyalty lasted long as a damn TikTok trend. You know what I mean? 1 minute he's Farrakhan, next minute he like, yo, Vlad, we trending. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm really disappointed, man. And I know a lot of us is disappointed. He disrespected the nation. You know what I mean? And then he come back with snacks and butter biscuits. A lot of people like that thumbnail. That's kind of crazy. I didn't want to take it that far, but I'm reading the comments. I'm reading the comments under the his interview with Vlad and when he came back. So I'm going with the consensus of how people feel. You know what I'm saying? I'm going with what everybody is saying. You know what I'm saying? He was we're gonna go to the flat earth shit too. We're gonna go to all that. Matter of fact, let me go to Godfrey right now. Let me do that. Let me go to Godfrey. All right, you press 1. All right, I'm gonna definitely play. Give me a second, right? Please make sure you share this live, y'all. Please make sure you share this live. Yeah, a lot of people calling him Fraud Jamar right now. Let me play what Godfrey said. Let's go here. Let me make sure y'all can see it. All right, y'all can see it. All right, let's get to it. Move that out the way.
Oh, shit. Right now, I'm in North Carolina right now. North Carolina. I'm not the king. I'm not the king.
It's coming up.
No, I'm not. I'm not the king. I just try to do. Yeah, Lord Jamar is going back to Vlad. He's going back to Vlad, man. I'm like, wow. And he was saying that I was going to go and sell out and go back to Vlad, and he just went back to Vlad. Man, that's corny ass shit. I'm not going back. You out your mind. I don't have no beef with him. I don't have a beef with him. I don't have a beef with Vlad at all. I just not going back to the show because, you know, what he did was wrong. Culturally, it was just off. It wasn't cool. So I'm not going back. No, I don't have a beef with Vlad at all, but I'm not going back though. That would be foolish.
Put the damn picture up on there.
You know, that would just be foolish. It just goes against, I mean, just too many sellouts out here. It's just too much. That's just, we've got to be able to stand on principle sometimes. That's what I say. You know? You know what I mean?
Shit.
Well, Lord Jamar is going back to Vlad. He took a photo with him the other day. Yes. Yes.
Did I save it? I know I saved it.
And it was me and Lord Jamar that called Vlad that we were leaving his show, and this Negro is going back to him. He went back yesterday, I think, because Lord Jamar is mad that I don't believe that the earth is flat, which is insane. Which it doesn't, and I don't have a beef with Lord Jamar either. He has a problem with me because I don't believe the earth is flat. All right. Man.
I thought I saved it.
Crazy. I'm just waiting to hear Lord Jamar's excuse when he gets back on there. That's what I want. Just because I don't believe that the earth is flat. First of all, I don't really give a shit what the shape of the earth is. I really don't care. As long as it doesn't affect me flying a plane, going to the bathroom.
There we go.
I don't care if the earth is a parallelogram. The earth can be a parallelogram. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? I don't give a damn. In fact, I would love the earth to be a parallelogram because that is my favorite geometric figure in geometry. I always loved the parallelogram. I was going, because I never knew why we needed it. Why the fuck do we need a parallelogram? You know what a parallelogram is, right? Parallelogram. Right?
Hold on 1 second, y'all, because he gets off the subject now, but just give me 1 second. I'm trying to find something.
That was a trapezoid.
Give me 1 second.
Parallelogram is like
Give me 1 second.
Remember that parallelogram? That crooked shit?
Oh.
That was my shit. Parallelogram? I love, not parallelogram. Parallelogram.
There we go.
Parallelogram. Parallelogram.
All right, cool.
Parallelogram. I love parallelogram. I just, all
right.
There you go. Parallelogram.
So listen, man, who would expect? We all, if anything, we all would have thought that Godfrey would have been the one that'd go back. But he's standing on principles. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I respect Lord Jamar. I respect the dude, but at the end of the day, son, like how after all this time, I guess the YouTube views and all that stuff, you know what I mean? The money was slowing up and he just went back. I mean, is it hypocrisy or a hustle? You know what I mean? Now he's the fucking guest on Vlad. You know what I mean? He's the guest in his house. You understand what I'm saying? So it's almost like, you know, the loudest motherfucker in the room, you know, the motherfucker be barking like a chihuahua. And then when you bark back, you know what I mean? You shut up. So it's almost like the loudest motherfucker in the room is the weakest nigga in the room. Let me play, before I go to Lord Jamar, let me go to Choke No Joke real quick. I saved it. Let me just get that out the way because he went off on him real quick. Let me, I just thought about it. Let me pull that up real quick before we get into the interview. If you have not shared already, please share this live. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button, please, family. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you very much. All right, let's go ahead. Now, that's some sucker shit, though. Like, come on, you can't rock with niggas like that. That's some sucker shit. There's no other way to put it. What Lord Jamar did, that was some real sucker shit. Some real cornball sucker shit. He is Fraud Jamar now. That's how we gonna call it. We gonna call it Fraud Jamar. Every time we have people who talk this black power shit but never really stand on it, You would just sell the fuck out. It took Vlad, literally. Matter of fact, I forgot to even cue that up. Willie D. Vlad, right? It took Vlad 5 years. It took him 5 years to apologize. And his apology wasn't even sincere. Willie D had to ask him in different ways for him to understand the question and understand why people feel the way they felt. And we know, everybody knows that he's what you consider a damn coaching vulture. The questions is detective-like. You understand? So, and people know exactly what he's doing, but they still go back. Now, I'm gonna always play devil's advocate. Now, if he's spending money for that interview, motherfuckers gonna take it. So we have to understand that. If he's gonna pay, like, yo, come on the show, niggas gonna go. But Lord Jamar, that was you different because you stood for something. And then, how the fuck you manipulate? Hold on, I wrote it down. How you fall out with Vlad, manipulate Godfrey to go against Vlad, then fall out with Godfrey and then run back to Vlad. That's crazy, son. But anyway, let me make sure that y'all able to see this. All right, y'all able to see it? All right, let's go.
You is a sell out motherfucker, nigga. You took your motherfucking cracker ass back on Vlad. You placed your word as bond. Nigga, your word ain't shit, nigga. You a cracker, Lord Jamar. Fuck out of here, nigga. Sell out ass, nigga. You a cracker, Lord Jamar. You fucking broke up like a saltine, nigga. Nigga, we putting cheese whiz on your head when we see you, nigga. You sellout motherfucker. You is a sellout. You cracker. You is a rich cracker, nigga. Nigga, you better have got 50,000.
For real.
Because you done in hip-hop, fucking sucker. Lord Jamar.
I'm sweating already. Yeah, yo, I'm telling you, it's a wrap. Like, hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. Pardon me. Yeah, y'all know I sweat like a motherfucking fat bitch in a car locked with the heat on, nigga. All right. But yeah, man, that's some real sucker shit that he did. Like, come on, son, niggas can't fuck with no nigga like that. He is nigga. If you do that, well, imagine what you would do for money. But what'd you do? Huh? What would you do, Lord Jamar? You went back to a motherfucking cracker, nigga. You went from a flat earth crash out to a motherfucking sellout. Fraud Jamar. Like, listen, this is what I'm saying. Black people who preach that principle shit, standing for black pride and da. Even though I have my own issues with Farrakhan in OI. I'm Malcolm X all day. El Malik Shabazz all day. Excuse me, El Hajj Malik El Shabazz. Excuse me, we make that correction. And I have my own questions I have for Farrakhan. And oh my goodness, I'm a quick sidebar. And I'm going to say allegedly, he got multiple wives on the low. He got multiple wives. I'm going to say it again. Even the minister. That's a whole nother story. Yeah, for those who's found me, you know I got some stuff in the stash on the NOI. There's it's called the Barbershop Summit. He did an interview with Dr. This was 4 years ago, but I just watched it like 4 or 5 days ago. The whole thing is like 3 hours. It's the interview / argument with Wesley Muhammad. And they still trying to. Let me get this off my chest real quick with that real quick before I Malcolm X and the NOI. Real quick, for the simple fact they always, especially Wesley Muhammad, he's a hell of a scholar, smart man, love him. However, he goes, he gets his FBI documents and stuff that was written in the books and things of that nature, and they still never take accountability that the NOI killed Malcolm X. And then what's crazy, he quotes everybody else's words instead of taking the people that was actually there and even taking Malcolm X's word. It's like they don't even use the words of Malcolm X. Even his daughter, Attila, something like that. Attila, the oldest one, beautiful, beautiful queen. She even said that the faces that used to come into my house, the faces that I used to see, it's the same mean faces that I see that's trying to kill my father. It's the same people that, you know what I'm saying? They bombed his crib on February 14th, Valentine's Day. 7 days later, he was murdered. The same people did it. But long story short, we won't get into that. But long story short, he disrespected the minister, didn't apologize, this, that, and the third. We thought you stood for all this power, nigga. Like the homie said, you little saltine cracker, son. Like, what is he gonna say now? But anyway, let me just play this. I got a couple of things to play. But anyway, do me a favor. Make sure you share this live, man. Make sure you hit this live, the like button. Now, I'm gonna press play. I'm not showing a video, but this is the video. I mean, the interview and his response. Press 1 if you could hear it clear. All right.
The elephant in the room. Why don't you explain it from your point of view?
Can y'all hear it?
My point of view. At the time, you and I was rocking. You know, we was doing these interviews.
Can y'all hear it? Thank you. All right.
Great responses from the people. They were getting a whole lot of views and all of that. Boom. Right. We ended up having a relationship, you know, outside of the videos and all that type of shit. You know what I mean? And no diddy. You gotta put that out there. Yeah, well, clear these days. And see, the fact that you say no diddy, let me just say, like, whatever goes bad in your life, nothing can be worse than becoming a saying like no diddy. Like, imagine someone saying no Vlad every time. Whenever you have
Hold on. Real quick. Let me pause this. I'm not gonna do too many interjections. I'm gonna let it play out. Hold on 1 second. Let me address that. King Z, hold on. How can I turn this shit off? Hold on. I'm down to have a conversation with Dr. Wesley Muhammad, and I would literally do all of my studies and have a great conversation, because y'all really don't take accountability for the shit that y'all did. Let me give just one example. Matter of fact, I can't do it because I don't want to go off the rails, but I sure will. You have questions, concerns about Malcolm and NOI, come to West Coast Slum. Oh, West Coast Slum. Got it. Like Islam. Got you. Live. Let's continue.
At least nobody's saying no Vlad, all right? You know what I mean? Like, because that would be crazy. Right. But anyway, all right, so I felt like we was cool. You know what I mean? We were friends. Yeah, absolutely. And while I was from the beginning of doing your shit, I would run into certain people, and I'm not gonna name. It was all different kind of people, but there would be a lot of people that would be like, "I don't fuck with Vlad," da 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 da. And I'll be like, "Nah, you know what I mean? Vlad's cool, da da da. He's cool with me, you know what I mean?" Like, and so I feel like I definitely used to stand up for you in a way. You know what I mean? Whether you knew this or not. Mm-hmm. So when the Farrakhan incident came into play, and you took a stance that I definitely felt was the wrong decision. And I felt like in the past, you know, I had been somewhat of an advisor to you in certain situations, and you took my advice, and it came out successful, right?
Yeah, I would agree.
So,
You don't like the big homie.
right. So the fact that you was like not listening to the big homie, you know what I mean? And was just like, fuck that, I'm, you know, digging in your heels type of shit. You know, at first I was just like, okay, you know what I mean? But then it's like, people's coming at me now. Basically, the sentiment is, see, we always told you about your man. Like, here he goes, doing that shit that we've been accusing him of the whole time. And I'm like, damn, Vlad, don't do that. Don't fucking...
Hold on, so he responds? Hold on, let me see. I think he responded to the flag. Let me go to his page.
At the time, for whatever reason, you know, you were dug in. So it was like, at that point, a stand had to be made, you know. Minister Farrakhan, regardless how anyone might feel about him, can't deny
I'm not obligated
in the Black community and the reverence that the Black community has for Minister Farrakhan. So that made us say, well, you know what I mean? We need to do something, like, you know what I mean? Let them know that this is serious, bro. Like, what could I do? You know what I mean? Go up to you and say, yo, you better fucking do this? Like, no. So it's like, let's see if we could do a squeeze play and fucking see where his values are. And we felt like, especially me, I felt like I was an asset, okay, to your channel, to your growth and all that type of shit. And I saw that Godfrey was an asset as well. So I said, 2 assets, let's see just if this will help sway his decision. Because now it's not just the Farrakhan stuff. You got 2 dudes that you're saying is your friends and or business assets as well. And we're telling you, bro, apologize. And you're like, you know, and then, you know, I know in my last conversation, it got to the point where, yeah, I was talking strong, like, nah, like, yo, you need to apologize. Like you need to apologize. And so now I know that probably, you know what I mean, made you feel like, oh, you know, well, I'm not going to be bullied now into apology, you know.
Well, listen, I'm pretty sure some of y'all already seen some of this stuff, you know what I mean? But it's only that, and I don't really want to pay too much, you know what I mean? You know, respect to Vlad, but he really, it's almost like bootlicking. But let me just play this real quick.
Pick that cop. Move along, huh? Come on, Edward. Drive them niggas. Pick that gun. Move along, huh? Here.
Wait. All right, listen, man. Look, King Z. We can have a conversation about Malcolm X. I don't want to deter from the situation. And at the end of the day, we know that is a sensitive subject when it comes down to Malcolm X and the NOI. We can actually have a discussion towards the end of this conversation. We can have a respectable dialogue. You can say that is not. You can't tell me it's disrespect that people is saying that the NOI had a hand in it. The dudes was from March 25, the same day, February 21st. Farrakhan went to speak there, right? And he died later that afternoon And he said, if we deal with our traitors like America deal with their traitors, how the hell you can tell us of what we do with our traitors, paraphrasing to that nature. No, why? And then when you listen to him in his book, and what he says in his book, and what he said before everything that took place, how is it y'all never take the words of Malcolm X? Why y'all never take the word of the person who was actually about to die, who said, I'm already a walking man already? Why is it y'all don't even listen to the words that Malcolm say, but y'all listen to what everybody else say? But we're going to leave that one alone. I'm not going to get into that back. We're going to go right back to Lord Jamar, right? Now, he fell out with everybody. Now, I'm a good judge of character, right? I'm a good judge of character. And when he was with, when it was him, Godfrey, and Rod Digger, he used to cut her off a lot. They even went at it on air and then came back to do a show to hash out their differences. But I seen it from the word go. I knew that wasn't even going to last long, because I just knew just the way how he speaks. He's a smart man, but he speaks with so much authority and think he knows it all, and he cut people off. And I just felt the energy, how he was even acting around Rod Digger. That's why Rod Digger stepped the fuck back. She's like, nah, look, I tried. I'm out this motherfucker. So he burns a lot of fucking bridges. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me about that. It's that damn tea. He burns a lot of bridges. Let's go to let's go to this video. Matter of fact, this is on his on this thing. Let's go here. Hold on. Let's go here. All right. That's all right. Let's go here. This is
Gated
for Vlad
to talk to you about what you said to me. Motherfucker, you're lucky if I send my representative. You're lucky if I send my representative. Like, do you really think that Minister Farrakhan, before you said that, even knew who the fuck you were? Regardless if you've hired FOI as your security in the past when you thought it was appropriate? Do you really think Farrakhan knew who you was? Do you think you are at the level of a Farrakhan? Do you think you're at the level of importance of a Farrakhan? Now, shout out to my brother Nuri Muhammad, who is a heavyweight in the Nation of Islam.
I love Nuri Muhammad too.
And who could have gave you some insight on the brother Farrakhan. But your delusion and your overly, sense of self-importance is what got in the way here.
We're going to leave that one right there. And now you up there taking pictures with Vlad. Now you on fucking Vlad. Now, where we at? Did I save it? I thought I saved it. I didn't save it? Yo, who listened to the Lil Wayne the Carter 6? That shit was doodle. That shit was aight. It wasn't all that. I mean, there's some songs that I fuck with, but it was okay. It wasn't all that. Right. I think I seen it on here. Right here. So now and now you on Vlad. Like all these motherfuckers is on Vlad. Lord Jamar. Y'all seen the goddamn what's the name? You know what I mean? So what does it take for you to go back on your word? How many butter biscuits did you have to eat to get back on that platform? How much did he pay you to even come back? Because I'm pretty sure he paid you to come back on the show. You know what I mean? So that's why we can't respect people who sit up there, talk all that black shit and stand on principles and knowing that he did disrespect the minister. And the thing is, they always try to say that he disrespect the small hats. Y'all know who I'm talking about. When he never disrespected the small hats. He just spoke truth on certain things that they do and shielding what they do with the religion or practice of being a small hat. That's not being anti-Semitic. So he's not anti-Semitic. So if you listen to the actual words that's being said, there's no way, even Malcolm X, that he is or they are an anti-Semitic. But anyway, how many motherfucking butter biscuits? This nigga used to drop knowledge, now he just dropped it to Vlad Studios for analytics now. You know what I mean? Action speaks louder than words, people. But apparently YouTube views speak louder than both. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, it's hypocrisy. Lord Jamar really doing it for the culture. Which culture? The YouTube culture. You know what I mean? Because a dollar would definitely sell you down the river. And let me just say this too, as a YouTuber, even just let's keep it a buck though. Here's the thing. On the flip side of things, even if you stand for black people will not support you. Now, here's when the flip side of the thing comes in. That don't mean turn on your people, but we have to understand something. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. See how people just down on them? Yeah, cool, just down the door. Even though I agree, because you have to have some kind of backbone. I thought this nigga had the strength of Samson, motherfucking Jack Johnson, nigga. You know what I mean? But we have to be serious for a second. For those who's listening right now, I can't even see the chat. For those who's listening, let's keep it 100. Have y'all been supporting Lord Jamar? And how? Let's keep it 100. Let's think logically. We can't all be on one accord and want to attack somebody and we all in agreement, like yeah, but not really look into the intricacies of the situation and look at it from both sides. Is any of y'all supporting him? Is anybody that's on the YouTube or on the social media say so about, yeah, he's a sellout and this, that, and third? We're gonna go to what everybody is saying. I got it pulled up right now. I'll go to that in a minute. But I have to ask: have y'all went on this motherfucking platform and donated? Show any kind of love, knowing what YouTube do to black YouTubers as well? Y'all know what's up. Y'all already know what's up. But do y'all support? Do y'all donate? Do y'all even watch his shit? Do y'all even share to help the views go up? A lot of stuff plays a part. See, even with Malcolm X, even with it, but see, they got donations from the people. People support. However, what black people do, like everybody else, don't like to look in the mirror, right? We would love black people to stand for black people, but the person you want to stand for black people, the black people won't do shit for them. We have to keep it real. The elephants in the room is the people. So it's up to the man to be mentally strong to whereas, should I sell my people out or keep going? Some people keep going and do what they have to do to survive. But our own people will leave you out to dry. And those are bars. I don't know if anybody dropped out. It really doesn't matter. I like to look at all situations from both flip sides of the coin. I'm not a one-dimensional thinker to just stroke your ego. I'm not here to stroke your ego. I'm here to speak truth if that's what you want. Got to look at things from both sides of the coin, y'all. Do y'all even support your people? No. I'm not even going to say me. It's some people behind the scenes that show love at some point, and I respect and love and thanks for that. And I really do, from the bottom of my heart. Very sincerely appreciate certain ones. Y'all know who y'all are. Certain ones. It's not a lot, but it's certain ones. So and I appreciate that. But do y'all support? So it's like you damn if you do, damn if you don't. But I'm still gonna say you a sellout. You sold your fucking people out. He ghosted Vlad like a bad fucking date. And now he's back like, hey, big head, I missed that platform. You understand what I'm saying? So, so we have to keep it real. We have to really keep it real with this shit. Not be fake here. We have to keep it real shit. Because we were literally hang our people out to dry. As soon as they fuck up, you a coon, you this, but what the fuck did you do to even help? Not a motherfucking thing. And then judge on top of that. So I have to play both sides of the guy. I not play both sides. I have to look at things from both sides of the coin. Let me go on Twitter right now. Hold on. And those who don't feel that, that's on you. It don't even matter to me. It's hot in this motherfucker. God damn, son. For real. But see, y'all don't want to hear that. That's why y'all dropped out. Yeah, y'all want to laugh. It's all good. I'm gonna give you truth in jokes, bitch. Like it or not. That's how I rock. But anyway, let's keep it pushing, man. I ain't gonna you know, I just like to I like to be well-rounded with this shit. I really do. So, but a lot of people were saying, and I respect it. So it says Lord Jamar is a sellout. He went back to Vlad because the culture vulture dollars was calling him. He claimed Godfrey will go back first, but Godfrey said he ain't ever going back. And there's too many sellouts who don't stand on principles. Money usually talk the loudest, and that is a fucking fact. That is a goddamn shame right now. You know what I mean? This is a shame. Let me see what this
200 miles and make them walk every step of the way. Strip them down.
And I'm not even gonna hold you. Salute the Lord Jamar, but the songs that you was making and the song that you played and the Go at Vlad or whatever, that shit was dumpster juice, fam. Like you got to do better. I'm not saying you were a bad MC. It's just that shit was that shit was not good, homie. Like, throw that shit in the garbage.
Bashing me online, calling me a sellout and all that bullshit. Fuck you, Godfrey. First of all, I ain't no sellout. I know me and Vlad been beefing for 5 years, and I claimed I would never do his show again, and even made my ex-man's Godfrey follow me, but then I turn around like a true sucker and come back on the show. Well, I just want to say that Vlad begged me to do that shit, and even paid me 10 million big ones. I couldn't turn that kind of bread down. Yana
Stop that,
Damian?
Jamar. Don't get on here and tell these people lies. I'm still a federal agent that can arrest your black ass on any type of charges I see fit, so watch it. You know damn well you hopped in my DMs whining like a bitch to come back on my show.
Hold up, Vlad. I was just joking, bro. He's right, y'all. I actually hit Vlad's DMs last month begging him to let me back on the show. Them damn...
Hey, thank you, beautiful. I appreciate you, Big Head. Thank you for the PayPal. Definitely appreciate you. You know, it's all love. You know, I got a lot of love for you, Big Head. Thank you.
Tariffs got y'all boy fucked up out here. I need milk and eggs for the refrigerator, y'all. Punk-ass Westchester County caught my girl letting bitches use her EBT card, so they terminated her food stamps. She was getting $1,200 a month, and now that's gone. I gotta cash out on all the food now, and I ain't got it like that, y'all. Vlad said he'd pay me the standard $1,000, so I said, hell yeah, I need that ban. And the crazy thing is, I reached out to the Nation of Islam to see if they could get in touch with Minister Farrakhan about loaning me a few dollars. Since I put my whole life on the line defending him with this Vlad shit, and they dubbed your boy, I called him at least 56 times.
He's telling a damn lie. I ain't never heard of no damn Lord Jamar. The only Lord I know is Lord Allah. Y'all need to stop believing what these clowns on this internet say, because most of them are lying through their yellow teeth. What do the youngsters call it? Capping. That's what this fool is doing. Capping his ass off.
This is just a
That's funny, son. Whoever did that, he did good, man. That was funny as fuck, son. I called him like 56 times. Yeah, yo, he had to get paid for this shit, son. He definitely had to get paid for it. But listen, man, like I have to keep it 100 because I really, as a black man myself, I hold these type of people to a regard who speaks who speaks that way. So I'm gonna hold you to it. Let's go to. I ain't even trying to bash this man character, but let's go to certain videos I got queued up on how. Matter of fact, let's go to hold on, which one I'm gonna play first? Let's go to this. I mean, y'all seen it before. I just want to play just a little bit. Let's give it 5 minutes of this flat earth theory shit. Everybody hit that like button. Please make sure you share, y'all. Please make sure you share. Gladly appreciate you. All right. Thank you very, very, very much. Right, is this it? Yep. Let's play a little bit of this. This is nasty work.
Me a working model. Okay.
The reason that things stick to the Earth is because the Earth is extremely massive, so it generates a very large gravitational field. When water falls off of a ball, whatever ball you're talking about, to the Earth, it's because of the large gravitational field exerted by the Earth. So when you're talking about water sticking to a ball, your desired demonstration of gravity fails because gravity exists.
No.
Things fall to the ground.
There is density and buoyancy, sir. Gravity is not some magical thing that makes things drop to the ground. It depends the medium that it is in. If I drop something in this water, depending on how heavy it is, it's going to sink or float.
Wait, I want you all to talk. But
Density
I want to hear both.
First of all, this guy came out real disrespectful, talk about the stupidest shit. Like if he was in this room, I'd be smacking the shit out of him right now.
Now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give Lord Jamar that credit right there because the white guy did say he did come off a little disrespectful first. I realized that when I queued this up early, a couple of hours before I got on. Let me just play it for y'all if y'all missed it. Let me just play it and then skip and fast forward. Let me just play it from the beginning. How the white guy came off, but still Lord Jamar got defeated. But I think at the beginning kind of ticked him off or whatever. But let's listen to this guy first, Professor Dave.
Instead, everything you say is so insane.
Over a pilot who has thousands of hours.
We've seen multiple pilots say.
So Dave, who's going to go first? Tell us, Dave, why you are against what he believes. How about that?
Yeah, Flat Earth is the dumbest hoax in human history. Jamar just watched some videos by Eric Dubé, who just spews a bunch of bullshit, memorized what he says, and repeats it and pretends to be intelligent. Instead, everything you say is so insanely stupid and can be disproven with like middle school level physics.
Really?
So yeah, we can go ahead and you can rattle off your talking points.
Do you have a working model of a ball that has water sticking to the outside of it? Can you show me a working model of that?
A tennis ball.
Yes, wet. And that, but no. That's not water sticking to a ball. That's saturation of water on the ball.
So
I want you to show me where water sticks to the outside of a ball as it spins. It doesn't go to the equator of the ball.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a flat earther myself. I'm not a full-fledged, but there's no fucking way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Brooklyn and Cali, thank you for your Cash App too. Anybody that love to donate to the platform, please do. I will gladly appreciate you. But I do, in a way. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. I'm 60-40 with it. I'm really 60-40. And 60, I believe the earth is flat, man. The earth, the sun is inside this fucking atmosphere. The sun is right there. You telling me a million years away, light years, like fucking a million light years away. You telling me we can see the sun right there come up and fucking land down? No, let's logically think here. I'm not trying to be a rant like him, but I'm just saying, why common sense is not common? I think sometimes people use a whole bunch of extra complicated words and numbers and shit like that, and it overrides common theory or common sense. Like you telling me there's no what you call it, footage of airplanes flying and there's a ball that looks like a sun right the fuck there. You can get a telescope and look at the moon or look at the sun. That's a million miles away. I'm not saying that the moon is a million miles away, but this you telling me that you can literally see the sun. All right, when you see space, right? When you see footage of space, when they show space or whatever, NASA and all that shit, you know they manipulate shit too, right? How is it it's so dark? Why are they not showing how bright the sun is if it's on a certain part of the earth, setting on the west side of the globe or the east side of the globe? Why you don't see that? I don't know, but that's just my theory. Kiss, My ass.
And spin off.
I heard what you said.
Show me a working model. Hang on.
You said something very
Show
stupid.
me
I'm
a
gonna
working
explain to you how it's
model.
stupid.
Okay.
The reason that things stick to the Earth is because the Earth is extremely massive, so it generates a very large gravitational field. When water falls off of a ball, whatever ball you're talking about, to the Earth, it's because of the large gravitational field exerted by the Earth. So when you're talking about water sticking to a ball, your desired demonstration of gravity fails because gravity exists. Things fall to the ground.
There is density and buoyancy, sir. Gravity is not some magical thing. So it's spinning with the Earth.
I have the definition
at 1,000 miles an hour.
Okay, so
I have the definition.
Really jump into all the favorite talk. Here's a guy that you think is upside down, right? Here's a guy standing right here.
I'm telling you now, Godfrey.
Pulling him down. Why would he be pulled down?
Godfrey.
And to why?
Hey, Mike, we're gonna. Hey, Dave, thanks for you guys. We tried. I thought it'd be like a.
Are you cutting me out here just because this fucking guy can't?
No, I'm not cutting. I mean, it's not because I guess he's done talking. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Dave.
fuck you.
Oh, he's definitely done talking because he can't handle somebody who actually knows what he's talking about, tearing apart all the bullshit that he chose to believe from the Eric Dubé videos.
It ain't no Eric Dubé video, sir.
It is. You directly parrot every single thing that Eric Dubé says. Trust me, I've debunked all this shit. I know your whole script.
You ain't debunked shit.
No, I did. And that's why you're getting angry.
We on a flat plane. The water.
Oh, now you're bringing the race card.
We living on.
Race card, right?
Wait, what? No, he said flat plane. We're on a flat plane.
Oh, I thought I misheard you.
Yes.
No, whoa, Dave, whoa.
We're gonna leave that one alone. But let's go to this other one. Now I know some of y'all probably feel some way because I feel like I'm a flat earther. That's fine. I'm not full fledged, but I think it is a flat surface, and this is just a globe cover like that's around it and that's protecting this earth. You know what I mean? So I think that way. And why is it that they won't even show that it is flat or not? You know what I mean? There's a video where a guy shot a skyrocket, like a rocket to go all the way up, to go, to go all the way to space, and that shit stopped. You know what I mean? Don't it supposed to be a 90-degree curvature every certain miles it's supposed to curve? And why is no curve? And I agree with what somebody said. I don't care if it's round or flat. You know what I mean? As long as I could go to the bathroom, I could live and do what the fuck I've been doing, then it's all good. You know what I mean? But I really don't believe that this earth is all the way flat. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna sit here and try to be a fucking a rocket scientist over it. But let me play some of this too. Let me play this. You know what I mean? So, but who believes the earth is flat? Press 1. For those who don't believe it's not flat, press 2. And how can you prove that it is a sphere? How can you prove it's a sphere? You know what I mean? If you look at the globe on how Africa is, so the Africa should be like this, right? Europe, Asia, all of that should be. South America should be leaning. We should be like this. Them motherfuckers should be just like this, leaning. You know, I don't know. What's the gravity? You know what I'm saying? I was thinking this earlier. What NASA have to do, so they lie to the people. They have to literally show us a simulation on how the earth is round and how people, if we going according to the globe and how the continents and islands and places, how it's looked, because evidently they're showing us this is what the earth looked like, right? Give us a simulation. Show us an example of how the gravity can keep people up straight without leaning this way. Like it's just weird to me. It just don't sit. It don't sit on my spirit. And we can't sit up here and say the government don't lie to us. They lie to us all the fucking time. They lie all the time. And that's how they lie. You think they're gonna tell us that, hey, in 1940 something, what's the president goddamn name? I used to know that shit by heart. God damn. But it's called the Treaty of Grenada. Eisenhower. President Eisenhower had meetings with the alien life force. Exchange for, y'all can look it up. Y'all can type in the Treaty of Grenada with President Eisenhower. Traded intelligence for human beings. Look it up.
It got crazy. I had no idea we'd get that crazy. I didn't even know. I was like, oh shit, it's like that. And he told me to cut it off in the thing, in the video I watched. He said I told him to cut it off because he knew to cut it off. I cut it off because I know you, and I was like, as a friend, I was like, let me cut it off. But you choked up.
He implied that he made you cut it off. That he punked you into cutting it off.
So when a client comes to us with an ask to launch an influencer marketing campaign, the process is pretty streamlined. So what we'll do is we'll get into the
cutting it off.
Yeah, no, so that I don't like that.
Now I got punked now.
Yeah,
I'm
like that. And that's my guy. I don't like that. But the deal is, so again, I think on that tip right there, that's when it becomes a little bit of a show.
Yeah. Yeah.
But with that being said, you have the right to believe whatever you want to believe. We have to. What's going on with everything with me, right? So you clear. I think that it's becoming. If we could disagree respectfully,
there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. What's you and Lord Jamar?
I don't got no beef with him.
I have no
beef.
Why is he talking so spicy?
Because he's talking spicy because he's making it up. He's lying.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be quiet and I'm gonna let it play. Right? Somebody just asked the question. Right? Why do other planets look round in the telescope, and is Earth the only flat planet? Now I'll say this. Let me give it an example. I don't have a ball. Let's just use this for example, real quick. Just say this part is round, right? I don't have anything round. I don't have no ball or anything, right? It could be flat in the middle, even though it's a sphere, but it's flat. And then what you call it, like the globe or whatever, like the sphere, like the cover it. But I guess in the middle it is like a flat plane. That's how I feel. I know you can look into through a telescope and see planets. Like when we look up in the sky right now, those are planets up there. It's literally a part of the night or whatever, depending on if it's the east or the west, the north or the south. Those are planets up there. When you see shit twinkling and shit like that, those are fucking planets. They are right there. They're literally right there. So, but I understand what you're saying, but there's no fucking, and then we traveling all these miles fucking per hour and around the sun, and all the planets is going in orbit. Anyway, I'm not gonna talk that head off. We have to have this one for another day. I'm not saying I'm a fucking expert. I won't even sit up here and say that.
Lying.
I didn't like. I just because I love you so. I love y'all. Yo,
but I have no beef with Lord Jamar. He thinks we set him up with that stupid interview because the Earth is a shape. It's fucking dumb. I don't give a fuck if the Earth is parallelogram. It doesn't affect me going from here to there. If I felt it, I go, oh shit, they're right. I don't give a fuck.
But this is.
I just wanted to see a debate.
Yeah,
you took the L. You took the L, and you couldn't take the L. And then you said niggas drugged you. Nobody drugged you. I called him up and I said, yo, if this is what you think, I want to be clear. I called him up. We texted back and forth. I can show you the text. I was like, I would have never done that. The same way I bought you a 12.
You smoked the same thing he smoked?
Of course. What, you think I gave him a separate weed from me?
I'm just asking.
He said he was out of sorts because
what the fuck was in this drink.
And then he said,
yo, the Earth is flat.
Check it out.
The Earth is flat. I don't know what's in this drink.
The Earth better be round with him. How much I paid for that McAllen?
And then he said, yo, I think Godfrey is going to go back on Vlad. Watch. He's not going to do it because I brought it up. When the fuck did I say I was gonna go back on Vlad? I don't even have a beef
This
with
is
Vlad.
a point to discredit you. That's all it is.
I know, but it's corny.
But it's lies.
But I said I would address it. I didn't want to watch this shit in the first place.
You told me that.
I was like, what for? Like,
Hold on, let me say this to the world.
Wait, no.
They didn't even know it existed. I called Godfrey and say, yo, I watched Lord Jamar last night. He went, you said, I'm not even watching that shit.
I don't want to watch. It's because it's like, how old are we? This is like bitch shit. I'm sorry. It's bitch made shit. And his fucking fans can go fuck themselves.
Shit,
no,
and
his fans can go fuck themselves. Fuck you. Unsubscribe. And the guys that subscribe, fuck you. You never liked me in the first place. Don't come to my shows. Don't come to nothing. Because you come live, because you know what the fuck's going to happen. Come live with that same motherfucking energy, dude. Like, stay the fuck away from me. Stay the fuck from everything. Unsubscribe. Is this what we doing? I'm unsubscribing. You bitch. Who cares? And unsubscribe. Why are you telling me? That's bitch-made shit to me.
I agree.
Who are these? These are supposed to be men here? No. Get the fuck out of here, man.
You got to understand, dude. This nigga is over. Both of them. Godfrey is 50-something years old, or 50, I believe. I think it's 50, but he's in his 50s, early or maybe mid 50s. Lord Jamar is like, what, 54, 55. Grown-ass men. You understand what I'm saying? But people do show their true colors when the funds run low. You know what I mean? So, Fraud Jamar, expect all the backlash. You got to hold your own nuts on this one. So you know he crossed that line. So you know he's gonna be on Vlad forever now. He got back to his cash cow. That's it. He like, fuck y'all. I don't give a fuck. So I'm kind of thinking that's what his mentality. Like, man, fuck y'all. Fuck all y'all motherfuckers. I ain't doing shit with me. Fuck that. I love my black people, but fuck it. I was the spook that said at the door, nigga. Now I'm the nigga at the table, nigga. I'm the nigga making the biscuits for Master. You know what I mean? He up there. Oh yeah, listen. I told you I had a song, right? Somebody sent me this. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this song. I didn't make this, but check it out. It's a little. Let me know if it's corny or not. But it's not rap. It's like some blues type shit or whatever. Hold on, let me find it. Let me know. I don't know. I ain't gonna play the whole thing, but let me know y'all thoughts on this. Somebody sent me this shit, and I just made sure that I don't know if that person's in here right now, but I said I was gonna play it. But here we go. All right, I think it's AI, to be honest. This is crazy. Check it out, man.
Where he at? Mac on Vlad. What he want? Yeah, you too bad. Thought he left. Yeah, then he missed it. Ain't running back for the murder biscuits. Lord Jamar with the big third eye. Talking about building, but we know why. Said Brad disrespected the Minister Farrakhan. Now he back in the chair like nothing went on. Black power till them views get slow and them hotel towers stop feeling like gold. He said we off that plantation vibe, but came right back for that algorithm ride. Where he at? Back on Vlad. What he need? That culture back. Ain't he woke? Yeah, but conflicted. Can't say no to them butter biscuits. Don't trust Vlad, that's what he said. Really needed bread, now we back in the thread. Preaching about gods and the melanin glow, but still tap dances for that analytics show. Talking about loyalty, kings and truth, but low-key addicted to them interviews. I'm just spitting facts, he proudly declares. Meanwhile, Vlad looking at Jamar, rubbing his hands like, yeah. What's the deal? A little bit twisted, still call him real. Depends who's listed. Is he free? Nah, he ain't listed. If Vlad's on me for them butter biscuits, where he at?
That's crazy.
Yeah, but conflicted. Can't say no to them butter biscuits.
Wow. Wow. Woo, what y'all think about that song, man? That's crazy. I see my brother Reggie in the building. Matter of fact, let me open the floor for y'all if what y'all have, the thoughts y'all got on Lord Jamar, man, because he fucked up. And I know Reggie got something to say. What's y'all thoughts on this shit? Did y'all like that song? It's bars, right? That shit crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I put that shit together. I just wanted to test it, but I'm not gonna lie, I did that. I put that together. And I had so many versions. That was the best version right there. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be honest. I don't give a fuck if you find out I did it. So what, nigga? I put that together. It is what it is. I did. But yeah, man. Anyway, we gonna keep it pushing, man. Yeah. So if anybody want to jump on, give me your thoughts on Lord Jamar, man. The link is right there. That was dope. All right, thanks, man. But I try to do some rap shit, but it's too much of a they don't have black voice as far as rap. They don't have like black men voices and shit. And I didn't want to use mine. You know what I mean? So I did it that way. You know what I mean? But for Jamar, man, you gotta hold your own nuts on this one, King. You definitely gotta hold your own nuts. I've been talking about Lord Jamar for a minute. Let's do some sidebars real quick until if anybody hit the link. You want to do some matter of fact? Yeah. Let's do some sidebars. Let's go here for a minute. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. Let me share my screen. Yeah, Lord Jamar, man, it's a done deal with that dude, son. Like he fucked up. That's a fact. He fucked up. That's when he was on on what's the name? What's this it? I gotta give him speaking the truth about hip hop. All right, yeah, we know about that. All right, hold on. Yeah, I ain't gonna be here that long though. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely make this live stream. I want to play this shit again too. This shit right here, it's funny as hell. One more time. One more time. This is fun.
This is just a response to all of the people bashing me online, calling me a sellout and all that bullshit. Fuck you, Godfrey. First of all, I ain't no sellout. I know me and Vlad been beefing for 5 years, and I claimed I would never do his show again, and even made my ex-man's Godfrey follow me, but then I turn around like a true sucker and come back on the show. Well, I just want to say that Vlad begged me to do that shit, and even paid me 10 million big ones. I couldn't turn that kind of bread down. Yana
Stop that,
Damian?
Jamar. Don't get on here and tell these people lies. I'm still a federal agent that can arrest your black ass on any type of charges I see fit, so watch it. You know damn well you hopped in my DMs whining like a bitch to come back on my show.
Hold up, Vlad. I was just joking, bro. He's right, y'all. I actually hit Vlad's DMs last month begging him to let me back on the show. Them damn tariffs got y'all boy fucked up out here. I need milk and eggs for the refrigerator, y'all. Punk-ass Westchester County caught my girl letting bitches use her EBT card, so they terminated her food stamps. She was getting $1,200 a month, and now that's gone. I gotta cash out on all the food now, and I ain't got it like that, y'all. Vlad said he'd pay me the standard $1,000, so I said, hell yeah, I need that ban. And the crazy thing is, I reached out to the Nation of Islam to see if they could get in touch with Minister Farrakhan about loaning me a few dollars, since I put my whole life on the line defending him with this Vlad shit, and they dubbed your boy. I called him at least 56 times.
He's telling a damn lie. I ain't never heard of no damn Lord Jamar. The only Lord I know is Lord Allah. Y'all need to stop believing what these clowns on this internet say, because most of them are lying through their yellow teeth. What do the youngsters call it? Capping. That's what this fool is doing. Capping his ass off.
This is just a response.
That's funny. Anyway, like I know it was AI from the Get Up. Now this is kind of funny right here. Now you know why 50 Cent is really mad at Diddy, right? Like I said, what was that last night? That 50, and by the way, Ja Rule put this up too on Twitter, and I think he probably put it on Instagram too. But you can see why 50 is a little bit more mad at Diddy, because he took his bitch. Now you see him, he on an island somewhere. He done took her to, so like he's the photographer and everything, nigga. He's I forgot the nigga name, old school player from Harlem, something Gordon, nigga. He was just taking flicks and taking pictures and all this. He thought he was a motherfucking a damn cameraman for a magazine swimsuit shoot. You know what I'm saying? So you know he was digging on all that. He, you know what I mean? Sometimes, listen, I'm not gonna say 50 Cent didn't get no bitches back then. I mean, his baby moms, Shaquita, well, her name, she's a fine looking sister. She looks good, and she thick fat ass too. So you know what I mean? I'm not saying he got bad taste. She's fine, but sometimes you know niggas don't get these kind of, if you want to call it, exotic women. So you know you could tell he was open. He had his feet out, all that, nigga, feet all in his head. That nigga, he was caught. He was snatched. Sucked the soul out that nigga. Sucked 25 cents out that motherfucker. You know what I mean? So yeah, so you know why he pissed off, son. Look, cheesing, nigga, all that teeth. Cheesing. So salute the 50 though. He a bad motherfucker, but come on, son, we know you was wide open. Shout out to Buckshot, nigga. Don't front. You know I got you open, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's wide open. She's not a bad looking girl. But see, these girls who look like that know exactly what they doing to get what they want, nigga. You think what I'm saying? And some of the finest, prettiest women, it's the most nastiest bitches. I'm telling you, goddammit. I'm not saying I had the prettiest of the prettiest, but I had some real nice ones in my time in my day. I really did. I had some ugly ones too. Lord have mercy. I didn't know I was stooped that low. And that's only, I could probably say I had 2 in my whole life. Lord have mercy. I had a fucking batcher out this motherfucker, okay? But any motherfucker who, but you can see the homie was open. The homie, he was wide open, nigga. Wide the fuck open. Oh, Brooklyn, I ain't gonna see you in there, homie. Peace, son. What's poppin'?
What's good? You can hear me?
Yeah. Go right ahead, son.
All right, a couple things, man. As far as Lord Jamar, it's hard to argue with a nigga that think he know everything. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the one thing that turned me off about watching his programming and supporting him. It's like he's biased in a sense that he only believes the shit that comes out of his mouth. And
that's true.
To me, that's a recipe for disaster. You can't have any kind of real productive dialogue with somebody that's like that. You know,
that's true.
As far as him again, a lot of these older rap niggas be doing anything for a buck, man. You gotta think about it like this. The nigga, he ain't even the dopest nigga in his group, but the nigga been doing this shit for over 30 years. They not seeing him saying
bars though. Sorry to cut you off, King. He ain't even step up his bars, man. Did you hear the shit that he did? Even when he did the song with Cuban Link. Salute. I didn't even hear the whole thing because Lord Jamar was first. I know Cuban Link killed that shit. Cuban Link is nice, but he was at the beginning. That shit would sound like that shit was horrible, son. You in the game for this long. Your bars should be a little bit more sharp by now. But go ahead, son.
Well, ain't nobody in that group fucking with Pooba. So I mean, first and foremost. Then I had Sadat X after him. So you know, it's kind of like I said, you know, these niggas, they be doing a lot of, you'll see a lot of niggas doing a lot of shit that's been around for a while for a buck. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's part of how this shit plays into everything, because he done ran Raw Digger off. I forgot the other homie that was on the show that passed away. It used to be another dude on this show, dark-skinned dude. He was cool, but he seemed like he the only one that he would listen to in a sense. But like I said, God, he passed away. But these niggas ain't seeing these same bags for all this touring and shit that these young niggas is seeing, and they probably can't tour as much as these young niggas because they older. These niggas is in their 50s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I would think that integrity and principle would come into play, but all it showed you is that he can be bought too. You know what I'm saying? That's all that shit showed you. You know, I fuck with Godfrey because that nigga is a jack of all trades. That nigga's a funny motherfucker. His impersonations be on point, and he stand on business. I ain't never really seen him not stand on business. It's just that he always stands on business, man. Always. So I respect him for that. And as far as that Puff shit, you can see why 50 on Diddy ass. This nigga baby mama a whole slide.
And he's hearing the stories, the shit that she did, all that shit that he made her do. Well, not even made her do, but the shit that she went through. You know he's a smut. She's a smut. Like, come on, you know the nigga hurt. Look at this picture. With almost the same damn camera.
You know, I'm just gonna say this, man. When a woman wanna be with somebody, or if a woman really like a man, and that nigga is a man that got some kind of high profile, they'll do almost anything to be with him. That's right. It's no different than the drug dealer in the neighborhood that got the young bitches on him because they know he got the paper and he moving around.
Right.
You know, it's the same shit, man. Women and people in general are enthralled with status. You know what I'm saying? That's how come we idolize these motherfucking celebrities and shit, because we think they got a certain amount of status and we like, oh shit, and they don't even fucking know you. You know what I mean? Like it's a slippery slope when it comes to how people think about other people when it comes to just being out in the forefront or being out on TV. Because at the end of the day, we all human beings. All.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact, and that's why I feel like a lot of them, even Cassie and the rest of them, they will do almost, if anything, just anything to be in that type of environment, to live a certain kind of lifestyle. And they knew that this dude was fucking a whole bunch of women, and especially the shit that he had them do. So you knew this is not a person that you could just really tie down. You know what I mean? It's a certain kind of thing. It's a certain kind of shit you got to do to even be in this circle. So they made a conscious decision to put themselves in that predicament because they wanted to live a certain lifestyle and they thought that they would be number one. So they have to take some kind of accountability for putting themselves in that predicament, man. I'm gonna always stand on that. Always.
I think I agree to a certain extent. I think that people are human beings first, man. Like, how many times have a man been in love with a woman and a woman did fucked up shit and a man still went back to her, and vice versa for women with men. And then I told you before, when it comes to motherfuckers putting hands on people, we ain't even talking about a regular nigga. We talking about a rich nigga that used his money and his power to get shit done. Like, if people can't see that you have to handle that kind of situation with care, especially for motherfuckers that want to be entertainers. If all you know is entertaining and trying to get out there, trying to get your music out there, trying to do different shit like that, man, that nigga could cut your water off, man. Okay, I'm not saying that these people wasn't complicit, because they are. Right. They are. But when the minute they tell you no, or the minute you start using force to make them do shit, then nigga, that's a different story. That's just period.
Brother Reg, what's going on, family?
Oh, interesting conversation all the way around. What I will say is that with Diddy, first Diddy used the money, his charisma, his lifestyle, but then he opened up his hand and gave him the drugs. So most of the women that we're hearing about, Diddy got them drugged up, right? With recreational drugs. And these women weren't drug users per se until Diddy hit them hard. So it reminds me of the scene of the Mac, when you see the Mac in the room with the lights and stuff, and he got all these women like kind of like in a hypnotic stance. He used chemicals to do that, and then but Diddy was taught how to do this. So this is Hollywood. So most of these people, Epstein and the rest of them, they they learned this game. This is a game of taking manipulating people, taking their I hate to use the word soul, but I'm gonna use it to take their souls from them by using drugs and then giving them a lifestyle and then taking it away, making them apologize all the time. Right? He ain't apologizing to shit. So I've been to the first day of the trial. I didn't go inside, but I went to the first day before everybody was these. I interviewed Jaguar Wright. I interviewed her, got her initial comments, and some other people's. But what Diddy's doing is, if you watch the Mac, anybody watch the Mac, go back to the scene where he got his whole stable basically hypnotized. That's what Diddy is.
Yeah,
right.
I remember that.
Yeah. I'll get back to when.
Yeah, but that.
No, I'll get back to. And look, man, I mean, people fall in love every time you in a relationship, with somebody that you like, in this case with 50. That's what couples do. That's normal, right? Now, you lose a bad chick or a chick that you're familiar with, because it's always good to have somebody that you're familiar with. Even if you go back to them back and forth, you're at least familiar with them, right? The unfamiliars, that's that whole period of racking your brain, see what she like. But when you're with somebody, man or woman, right, couple, and you know what they like, it's easier. So I'm pretty sure 50 on a lonely day, he might have wanted to go back to his ex-woman, just to chit chat, talk, parlay, maybe probably hit it, right, and then figure it all out, So,
or just like Absolute said, he probably treated her too nice, because certain women, it's a certain type that they like. Certain women likes excitement. Puff seems like he's a real exciting kind of guy. He's almost animated and things like that. What if 50 was too boring for her? She wanted more, because it's not like 50 don't got bread. He's a hustler. He don't even drink. He don't even do drugs. So it's not like he's making her do drugs, because he don't do any of that. And the liquor that you think he be drinking, that's like apple juice. He be fooling everybody. He don't drink at all. So it was a certain kind of excitement that she needed, that she wanted, the kind of safe but dangerous kind of lifestyle too. So that's what kind of, that could have played the part too, why she left 50 or with the Puff. Like, why did they break up?
That's her. It was like what you were saying about some of these prettiest women. Some of these prettiest women, look, they know how to manipulate men, and that's their tackle, and they go from man to man, right, for their lifestyle, and they could be some evil creatures. But what 50 did, I mean, what Diddy did was Diddy gave him that drug. And you could, Mike Larry, you might be maybe about 6-7 years old, younger than me, maybe about 8, right? I mean, come on, man. Growing up, man, in the 80s, the 80s and the 90s with coke, right? That's what I'm saying. That's what we all did if we was in that game, right?
Even before then, because that's what they got Bill Cosby on, talking about the not the roofies, the Quaaludes and stuff. So
right. Those drugs was real hard to get by the time that I could say it was easy to get coke in the
80s.
In the 80s, the Quaaludes and all of that, they were banana type drugs, man.
I would want to know what happened to 50 the girl after this girl right here, because they not together no more either.
Which one? She looks
Cuban
black,
Link.
right? She black. She
Cuban,
was thick.
Yeah.
Cuban Link, the girl that do the training and shit. Like, I would want to know what happened with her too, because 50 is the kind of, like, the thing with 50. I just know that when just watching his actions, we've had this conversation before. He the kind of nigga that anything he do for you, he hold it over your head, man. And when I read some of these comments and I see some of this stuff, everybody not telling the same story, and it's all false. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, he's part of the game. So
yeah, for sure
yeah,
it
that's
is.
the game. I mean, you got to watch when you got money like that. You know, you have to have money like that. But when you got money like that, come on, you got to watch everything. You got to watch every little small thing. And when you're dealing with these superficial people that come around you, and they don't really, what do they have to offer? 50. Well, you know, I mean, I've had some real good looking women in my life too, right? But what does she have outside of that? I'm saying, what I mean, people gotta offer people something. That's what it keeps the thing going. But when you ain't got nothing to offer but except for the bedroom, right?
This
But
is
some
her,
of
right?
these
Cuban
Link,
yeah, that's her, right?
yeah, that's her. But sometimes the bedroom is all it take. A lot of dudes just think with their little head, man. A lot of them think like that, man. It don't take much. I've seen it way too many times.
But if you
It
part
don't
of
take
that
much.
game, if you was ever part of that street game, you know that a woman could set your ass up real nice,
For
real
sure.
Yeah.
For
good, right?
Honey trap.
Yeah, and if, somebody will walk in your house with keys,
She's
right?
sexy.
Yeah, she's
I would have had a baby with her instead of the other one.
well, the other one was before her, so you know how that went.
Yeah.
Cause look, back in the day, Daphne Joy is a good looking woman. She was a good looking woman. She just
Yeah,
happened to have a baby with 50. But what I notice about all that and all the women that's in Sean Combs circles, for the most part, he got kids with them.
all of them.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this question because we know KK is
You're a
his
conspirator
bottom
now.
bitch.
Yeah,
And
she a
do you think
co-conspirator.
she's gonna testify against Diddy?
She
Because
better.
She better or her ass is grind.
She better look at Maxwell in the Epstein case. They are pro with that. That's why they did Maxwell, that woman Maxwell, so dirty, right?
Yeah.
Because she didn't flip, right?
Yep.
She
And
didn't
they
flip.
made her pay for that shit.
Yeah.
She's I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why, but I feel like she's not going to testify against him. But like you say, she should because she is the one that made sure that drugs get transported from here to there, and set up this and set up situations with money exchanging and being there when somebody's getting sexually assaulted. I put it that way. Her name was Ashley. Just all the things she's the bottom bitch. So she orchestrated. She got a lot of blood on her hands, man. So,
But if she testify, look, that girl on FTX, right? Sam Bankman-Fried, his girlfriend, number 2. White girls are smart. They're flip. They'll be like, oh no. And for her to go down in her lifestyle because of a brother, well, he's not a brother, but a black man, right? No, she gonna flip.
If she don't flip, she gonna get more time than him.
Yeah.
Cause he got the money and the lawyers to keep fighting that shit, try to get his shit switched up. She don't.
Will he flip on her? Yeah. You right? So
yeah, he flip on her in a minute.
Yeah, he would flip. So
though, because he the one with all the money, he the one funding it. How much flipping can he really do?
No, if the situation was reversed, right?
Oh yeah, okay, I got you.
She would flip. I'm waiting for Farnsworth Bentley to see what if they put a charge on him, but I don't think they can. But if he comes out there, that's going to be super
Even
lovely.
what about D-Rock? Because D-Rock, he's
he
all
done.
in that shit. D-Rock gonna have to say something. And,
Yeah, he gonna be
done.
Uncle Paulie, he's probably gonna go to jail too because when what's that Capricorn Clark was accused of stealing a necklace or whatever, some jewelry, and then put in that, abandoned the building for 5 days and shit like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's
that's kidnapping for sure.
That's kidnapping.
And if it's under Puff's direction, he done again.
Yeah.
He done.
They already got Puff. It's just that
how much time they gonna give him?
Yeah. See, the only thing is the jury might be acting up, right, because of emotions, right? So there might be somebody in the jury that because Puff can get to somebody, right, who is going to basically kind of do a mistrial, but the evidence, they got him on. Listen, he's doing everything with Combs Global, so everything is spent out with his money,
criminal enterprise.
Right now, they got coercion. They got coercion in this, right?
Got extortion. Got racketeering.
That's right. Now they got sex. They got this whole thing going over different states, right?
Yep. Okay. Sex trafficking.
Sex trafficking. So, and then they got the drugs, which along with the coercion. See, they got him.
Yeah.
And if they don't get him, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna find another charge.
Right. And they're gonna use those people against them. KK, Uncle Paulie, and D-Rock, because they're the security, and even fucking Roger Bonds. They all gonna get subpoenaed. And then I remember them saying, the prosecutor said, I think last week or the week before, that there's people that they flying in to testify against this dude. So there's more people to testify. And I'm gonna ask this question because I want y'all thoughts on Lord Jamar, but who the fuck is going to defend Diddy? Who's going to come and testify on the behalf of Diddy? I know there was one dude, I think a CEO, the white guy, whatever, talking about the money exchange, whatever the fuck it was. And I think he went against him too in a way, something about $10 million and Jeffrey Epstein, something like that. But who is going to defend Diddy? That's my question. Who's going to testify for him?
If you smart, you better stay your ass away.
Yeah.
But they know the system know too much, so they're gonna subpoena every goddamn body.
But that's cool. That's just like when people say, why Jay-Z ain't say nothing. Why would you?
Yeah, why would you?
Why the fuck would you? You asking for unwanted eyes on you for what? Just to prove a point? Nah.
But the prosecution already got their case. Unfortunately, black people who are watching YouTube who never been in a Fed courtroom, right? Right. Now, I did a Fed case for myself. I've been in the federal courtroom, so I know how they. But not for criminal, for civil, right? I've been in state for civil, right? I'm in state right now helping somebody in civil, right? As a pro se, you know, say a jail hood, a jail lawyer. Well, I'm not a jail lawyer. But I'm pretty good at what I do as far as pro se. So what's happening is based on the law, right? The things that me and my brother was talking about. What's his name? Brooklyn.
Yes, sir.
They got him on coercion. They got him on sex trafficking. They got him on violence, right? They got him, and then they're gonna Al Capone him. See, they didn't get Al Capone on none of the murders, none of the things they did. You know what they got Al Capone on? Tax evasion. There you go, Mike. Huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I love the mafia shit, so I'm very in tune with that. But go ahead.
Yeah. So if they don't get you one way, they're gonna get you another way, right? But there's something that they want from Diddy, right? They want Diddy to talk because, see, again, this is a whole network. This is not just Diddy. This is, what's his name, Clive Davis, right? This is a whole Epstein, right? What's that other Hollywood guy that they? Yeah. So this is, and then some of the other people. What's that dude that which Lighty died? Lighty could have said a lot.
Lighty died. Secure Stewart died.
Secure Stewart. Yep. God damn it! All done around this motherfucker.
Yeah, they all dead. They are. This is the super. The super demon. But Clive is still around, and Clive don't want none of this. He don't want huh?
You ain't heard him open his mouth once
at all. And he the one that funded him for him to get Bad Boy started. He the one that molded the motherfucker. But he's untouchable.
Do you think they go after any of his kids?
Like, you bet not say my name. You better even utter, not even the CL pronunciation. Don't even say club.
Not the abbreviation, right? Because Clive is Satan himself in this. And he's untouchable. He's a devil's advocate. Have you ever watched The Devil's Advocate? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So no, but they want something. They want something from Diddy, and Diddy's at risk. Diddy gonna live a long life. Diddy's at risk because if he utter that C word, that C or the D or any of those other people, right?
He done.
He done.
He's gonna get murdered in jail, and they're gonna say it's suicide because he couldn't take it no more. And it's already noted, it's already documented that he wanted to kill himself anyway. When 9 people died at that college party, so they could use that. Like, he always been this way. You know what I mean?
He done got away with enough though, man. He did the college party, he shot old girl in the face, Big gone, BR gone, Craig Mack gone. Like, how many people got, man? Get this
Black Rob,
man.
Black Rob.
Yeah, that's why I said BR.
BR, right.
Black Rob.
And Kim Porter gone.
Porter, yeah, man. Like, enough is enough, man. Sit your ass
Prince
down.
is gone. Prince. You know, Diddy did a party at his house, right?
Yeah.
And then what's the comedian name? Our brother. What's his name? No, the funny. Who?
Mike Epps.
No, I'm just not thinking of his name. He got sick, and then they said that he was cloned. What's his name? Oh, come on.
Oh, Dave Chappelle.
No, the brother. He got sick. Huh? No, he filmed one of Diddy's parties.
Oh, Jamie Foxx.
Jamie. And I know Jamie don't want no part of this.
They ain't said nothing.
He ain't saying shit.
And they ain't gonna say nothing if they know it's
and Heavy D. Thank you, Damon. Heavy D.
Hey, Phil Robinson gone too, man. He just passed.
And what about the dude from Mount Vernon, New Rochelle? Talking
about Heavy D?
No, he was part of the whole. He was the underground of and Diddy's people beat him up. Diddy, what's his name? Diddy people beat him up, and then there was a cab driver that just drove him there, and he got beat up. I don't know if y'all know that story, right?
I know about Steve Stout getting beat up. That's it.
What's his name?
Steve Stout.
No, not Steve Stout.
Yeah, Steve Stout got his ass whipped. Yeah, and he feared for his life.
Yeah, and he got quiet. But in the old days, it was Wolf. Wolf was that dude, right? That made things go away. And then Johnny Cochran helped Diddy. Y'all know that, to beat that case, right?
Yeah.
But it was Wolf because in the old days, man. Y'all used to go to Shark Bar, right?
I never went to the Shark Bar.
Shark Bar. All right, so the Shark Bar is about 79th Street on the east side, right? And then across the street is another kind of like, well, it's a more white high end, but they used to do those early like kind of parties, meet and greet type of things where you meet people. And I used to see Diddy out there handing out promotional material. He's nobody until he partnered with Wolf, and then he became a little untouchable.
Yeah, Wolf was that dude, man. I used to hear about Wolf too back in the days. And when I was young, like I'm early 90s, I'm like 12, 13, 92, 93, heard about Wolf from my projects. I wasn't even leaving my projects like that then, not like that.
Yeah, so, and he was getting touched because what's my man Haitian Jack and them, you know, Haitian Jack, they say Haitian Jack, man, he had no problem with Diddy, man. He slid up Diddy watch and all of that. Like, you know, but then when Wolf came around, that all of that kind of like stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's switch gears for a little bit real quick. Let's get on this subject real quick. Far as Lord Jamar, what's your thoughts? I spoke for damn near an hour, but so what's your thoughts, Reggie and Brooklyn and Cali? I'll start with you, Reggie. What's your whole thoughts on this? Cause
Okay, well, I know that the gods and the earths, from where he gets his kind of like street, they made a video and they was basically like we don't talk like that. We don't all that substance abuse and weed and all that reckless talk. They got values. They don't talk like that. Gods don't talk like that. So don't confuse. Take that part off of Lord Jamar. Take that part.
Right.
Second,
so hold on. So the gods put a video out.
Yeah, Gods and Earths put a video
on what
out.
on Instagram, right? What's they shit up again?
On YouTube. It's school. I think School of Mecca or something like that. School of Mecca or something like that. Yeah. But you know, how can I say?
If you can find it, just tell me so I can play it. If you can find it whenever you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it right now. My man, If Man is kind of running the school, the Allah school. Let me see. Gods and Earths. I'm gonna find it. YouTube. Give me a second. And they basically saying he don't represent the Gods and Earths. They didn't get into the science and stuff. They got into the values, right? You know, the Gods and Earths. They teach the children, right? They got the 120. Gods and Earths and Lord.
I remember my brother sent me the 120 when I was in that group home in Georgia. He sent me my brother right there. Goddamn it, he sent me the whole 120. I learned that. I didn't practice. I'm gonna be honest, but I damn sure read the lessons though. I keep it 100. I was 16, 17.
Yeah, I mean that was something that raised you from the dead. That gave you some information. It gave you a structure, right?
Some purpose.
Yeah. You know, and so the teachers can give you structures. It's just that not everybody. It's just that there's a whole criminal part to this.
Is he a sellout? I think he did sell the people out. I think he stood for something and money just overrided everything. You understand what I'm saying? He stood for a principle, and I guess when the funds ran low, you know, his true colors came out.
Yeah, he act like us, but he not like us. And then he embarrassed himself with Dr. Dave. When he went on there with that flat earth stuff with Dr. Dave mopped the floor with. He talking about buoyancy. He's saying, you know, the reason why things you know don't in the water don't sink is because of buoyancy. But he don't know that buoyancy got gravity in its formula, right? So that you know what I'm saying? If you look at the buoyancy formula, gravity's in it. So you cannot deny gravity. I'm still looking for this thing.
I always say with a lot of these cats, when the funds is low, that integrity got to go, man.
Yeah.
They'll do anything for. Like I see enough guys. It kind of makes me sad though that you know they didn't do what they needed to be doing with their money, and maybe didn't even have the opportunity to do with their money when they were younger, where they're forced to kind of do anything today, which is kind of like it's the shit kind of crazy, man. It's kind of crazy.
Like I said earlier, he fell out with Vlad. He manipulated Godfrey to leave Vlad, and then he falls out with Godfrey and then run right back to Massa. That's crazy.
Yeah, but we allow. See, we don't have a code of conduct, right? We have a celebrity celebrities can do things that other people can't do, and so him running to Vlad itself just shows who he is. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting that you said we don't have a code of conduct, and that's across the board, man.
Yes,
we don't have across. That's 100. I cannot agree with you. Even no, man, that's crazy. Like
Yep.
we don't be a lot of times when it comes to stuff within our own communities, man, we'll turn the blind eye, but we'll talk the opposite. We still turning the blind eye when it comes to checking the certain things that go on in our neighborhoods to prevent us from moving forward as a people. We just, man, it's a slippery slope, man. Slippery slope.
Let's see if they still can do that.
You know, people's gonna go on Vlad. You know, I'm not even mad at the people. I don't even look at them the same like that. You know what I'm saying? And maybe because the other platforms that he went on, they wasn't paying him like that or whatever. You know, Vlad never used to pay for his interviews. But since a lot of things started happening with the culture, like going against him, now he started paying these people to come on his show. Now he got to spend money to make money. Before, for many years, he was just getting 100% or 1,000% profit, just 100% of money.
I never looked at Vlad as a culture vulture, man. And the only reason I'm gonna say that is I know he came up DJing. It don't matter if he invites you to his platform. You the one that's choosing to talk about a certain subject. Like I just look at him as somebody that's capitalizing off of a lot of pain and stuff and a lot of different things, but you wouldn't even be able to talk about these things if people that came on the show just stood their ground and be like, we're not talking about that. But because they want, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go finish, King.
No, but because they want the fame and they want the notoriety, then here they go, blabbing. That's just like the gang shit. That shit never used to be on the internet. What happened in gangs and in the streets stayed in gangs and in the streets. Now everybody know because everybody want to be a star.
And see, and this too, we gotta look at these artists as well too, and these people who go on the show for the simple fact they look at a certain demographic, a certain ethnic group, and go on their platforms because they feel like that'll be something that's conducive to them, that will benefit them. They don't look at their own people that has platforms. We just really starting to see good platforms that they would just go on and you know, show love and help out and you know what I'm saying, and you know, so it's like they look past your own black people who's trying to come up is doing their thing and go to a person like that. And I'm talking about from the beginning. And even though I know that he brought in a lot of views, he was out there interviewing people, but he wasn't the only one. We got Sub-Zero that was out there. We got quite a few other. We got Doggy Diamonds that's been out there. You know what I mean? He's still doing this. Shout out to Doggy Diamonds. So there's plenty of people who did these things, and he was in the game before Vlad. So it's like, but we will still overlook our own people to go over there and help build them up. So that's that's a part of the problem too.
Ain't no love and no trust though, man. We'll look past.
We got no code of conduct when we go when we use white media, right? We're supposed to use white media to better ourselves, to present our ideas, right? People using Vlad to promote themselves. And Mike Larry, I put it in a private chat with the Allah School in Mecca, right?
Gotcha.
So they're talking about code of conduct and how they don't mess with him with this, right? They completely
they don't even talk like that. They
don't. You don't get on. You don't be all weeded out, and then you're gonna go and say somebody gave them a doped up pack. Look, man. I mean, if you smoking,
crazy.
Yeah, and snitch on somebody, so somewhere it's around. They really start talking. They talk about them throughout the whole thing, but really somewhere around 12.
All right.
somewhere about 12:55 or something like that, they start talking. You could just skip through. Yeah, they start. They give some of the lessons. What is the circumference of the planet Earth? And one of the things about the gods and herbs and the 120 is they taught you vocabulary, right, and diction. So, what is the circumference of the planet Earth? Answer: the circumference of the planet Earth is 24,896 miles, approximately 25,000 miles. How fast does the Earth travel? Answer: the Earth travels at the speed of 1,037 1/3 miles per hour.
Excuse me.
Huh? Say what?
No, I burped. I said, excuse me, goddammit.
Oh no. So they was doing so they do science, right? What was acceptable science is in the lessons. What Lord Jamar is talking about is not in the lessons, right? They say, remember, what is the circumference of the earth, right? So they don't they're not saying that the earth is flat, right? So they don't see that in the lesson. So if you're a 5%er, okay, if you claim that, use the lessons. But he forgot about the lessons.
I'm gonna play it. Let me see. So this is the right marker right here, right? You said like 12:55 or something like that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, 12:55. I think they begin to talk about it. But go ahead. That's Lord Jamar. Okay. Yeah.
Initially, I thought he was debunking the theory, but to my surprise, he revealed that he believed in it. As someone deeply rooted in the lessons of the 5% Nation, this revelation was jarring. Our teachings are grounded in mathematics and science, which clearly states that the Earth is 24,896 miles in circumference, approximately 25,000 miles in circumference, and travels at the speed of 1,037 1/3 miles per hour on its way around the sun. Now, at this time in 2018, I asked him how long has he been studying this. He responded with 6 days. I was even more perplexed with how could someone with 25 years of study forsake the foundational facts of 120 lessons for 6 days of unverified exploration, stating that the signs that we were observing wasn't real. I could see if he was putting these facts into question and was willing to build and correct any errors with proper education. Instead, he was arrogantly committed to this theory that has been debunked several times, throwing 120 lessons to the wind because it didn't uphold his flat earth theory, rooted in confirmation bias and anecdotal reasoning. He refused to bring his theories to our universal parliaments or come to a law school with these theories, knowing that they wouldn't be accepted, especially not on face value as he had done. When I asked Jamar how he reconciled phenomena like time zones and weather patterns, his responses lacked mathematical rigor. Instead, they were rooted in emotions and based on limited perspectives, much like we see in the public displays of his fall from grace.
Yes, people, I admit, I shit the bed.
Needless to say, our exchange became heated and intense and lasted for several days, with him sending me flat earth materials that was rooted in confirmation bias and anecdotal reasoning and lacking scientific literacy. He even convinced his brother and had him repeating the same anecdotal reasoning that Jamar was parroting. I asked if supreme mathematics was still his foundation. He said yes, to which I told him if that were true, then there is a chance for him to recover from this mental death.
Increase your profit and work less time with.
That it stopped right on it stopped right on cue. But I mean, I mean, hey, that sounded. I mean, it sounded good. You know, the gods definitely put that work on him. So all this time, this guy really don't know his lessons like that. Like, so
he forsake it. They said he forsaked it, and he never went to Parliament. He never went to Parliament to discuss it, because I know some of the gods that's there, right? that they would get they real hard at going against the lessons, and then they would kind of like stretch them out. They don't I seen them roll up on people, and they're not violent like that, but they strong. They real
I used to see them back in the days. The guards, they was not playing back in the days, man. Especially downtown Brooklyn. Nigga, you will get fucked up, son. And they take your fucking clothes. Let me
I got beat up by the guards. I got beat up by the guards I got snuck. I didn't get beat up on the Malcolm X movie, right? Some of the guys, man, they was upset with the Malcolm X movie, and I was out there hustling, right, selling merchandise, and the dude told me stop selling my merchandise, and I let him walk off, and then I tried to sell to his man, and I got blindsided. But that's because they ain't know me. If they knew me, watch this. Let me go find this.
Yo, if y'all want me to play some more of this, y'all press 1. I'll play a little bit more. I ain't gonna play the whole thing.
If them dudes knew me, right, and one of the things that I did, because I'm on the outside, but when they wanted some people, when they wanted some help, my good brother Malachi asked me, he said, Reg, we want to put a street sign in Harlem for the father. And I said, okay. And they said, yo, Reg, how could you help? I says, well, I know the people in the community board, and come down to the community board, and those are the people who approved the sign, and 3 of my people was on the community board 10. They got that sign.
That's what's up, man. I used to see the school of the school of Allah, if I'm not mistaken. In
Allah School of Mecca. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I used to see them out there.
Yeah.
I'll play a little bit more, and then we'll close out. I don't want to be on here too long. I'll play a little bit more, but they definitely dropping some signs, though. Let's get it.
Because he went on to block me from working on the podcast, which I was actually told him if that were true, then there is a chance for him to recover from this mental death. I don't think he liked that too much, because he went on to block me from working on the podcast, which I was actually relieved, because I didn't want to be associated with what I saw as an anecdotal reasoning and lacking scientific basis. Now, this was 2018. I remained quiet for a year out of respect. I wasn't trying to disrespect the man or disparage his views. I was just attempting to mathematically reason with the man, to which I saw was impossible, because he always became irrational with those who disagreed with him. As time went on,
narcissism, man.
I saw that he was still wearing the universal flag of the sun, moon, and stars, and incorrectly using mathematics on his podcast.
I'm about to get controversial here, right? Okay, because even in the 5% nation, traditionally, we teach that cipher is almost like an add-on number, but really cipher is all numbers. Said most people would put the 0 last, is all I'm saying, and they would say add cipher. But that's true. Although that's traditionally how we teach it, that's I can't teach it like that anymore, because that's really not correct. 0 is the entirety of all things. But anyway,
this shows that he did not have the correct teachings, which can be remedied by coming amongst the 5% and letting the 5% teach him. Surely those who are qualified could do the job. Ignorance can be corrected. Arrogance refuses correction. I did my own broadcast on this channel with my brother, Divine Understanding Porno Law, and he highlighted some interesting perspectives of the flat earth religion.
Because this is where I do know for a fact Flat Earth syndrome, flat Earth people, flat Earth society, that whole flat Earth theology, metaphysics, scientific understanding of what they think the universe is about is a religion.
Word is bond. I see that. Although I made Knowledge Born that his flat earth theories is not what the 5% teaches, him or his theories has nothing to do with the 5% or the flag that he refused to let go of. Many of us remained his fans. From my perspective, his expressed mindset and theories has tainted the music that I once thought was dope. It's like listening to the old R. Kelly tracks, undeniably genius and timeless, yet stained by the weight of what has been said and done. The unsettling truth lingers, a sharp reminder that we are being led astray under the guise of cosplay.
I admit I shit the bed.
But look, I told you so.
You saying shit the bed? He shits the bed.
If you go
No,
watch
he was
that live stream,
apologizing.
right, all I gotta say is I told you so.
Throughout the years, there has been talk of exile as he has consistently mocked the teachings of the 5% with an air of arrogance, as though he were wiser than those who came before him.
I'm saying the sun is here with us in our atmosphere. It is not 93 million miles away. It is more like 30 miles away. So I don't know how far, but it's not 93 million miles away. I'll tell you that. It is more like 30 miles away. I don't know how far. Part of being a man is you can admit when you're wrong. You know, when I actually meant to say that it was 30 miles in diameter. But anyway, I don't know how far. Question if I'm still a 5%er. Fuck out of here.
He has disrespected fellow 5%ers on public platforms.
Wait, don't know 120. You ain't one of us.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Yo, man, calm down.
Inviting them to his frame stand, while pandering to Europeans who share his perspective, conducting himself in ways that are neither respectful, rational, nor aligned with the principles of the 5%. And because of this, my brother Black Man Allah, also known as Kenyatta Black, called for his exile. A move designed to give him an escape from the mess he has created for himself, without resorting to any violence. He has clearly separated himself from the tenets of the 5% nation and its teachings.
But yes, people, I admit, I shit the bed.
It is best for him to leave us be and go do his own thing. He can.
I'm gonna leave that one right there. I'm gonna definitely watch the rest of that. That sounds very interesting. It definitely sounds interesting. I'm gonna definitely, everybody, I want y'all to watch the rest of it. This came out some months ago. Let me pull that up for y'all. This is the misunderstandings of Lord Jamar, Allah's school in Mecca. Allah's school in Mecca.
Yeah, that's my brother. That's my brother Infman interviewing. He's doing he's real strong, right? And he's very respected, but he's very humble. And he was like, "No, we got." Lord Jamar had been on their show, their show before. The views changed, so they wanted to do a Black Vlad. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to address it. And there you have it. And so he said that people were fans of Lord Jamar for what he was, but not in any way does he represent what the 5% teach. And he can't say that the body, the group, but he thinks he's bigger than the group.
I told you it's hard to talk to somebody that think they know everything, man.
You did say that.
But can I add? You're absolutely right. But can I ask a question, Reggie? Because as far as the gods and the earth is concerned, so if you have a theory outside of the teachings of the
nation,
gods and earths of the 120, that means like you rogue or you disobeying or being disloyal to the teachings. Can new theories come up or new?
Of course, but you got to bring it to Parliament. You got to address the body. You got to address the nation, right? That's in any organization. That's like Dr. Khalid Muhammad in the Nation of Islam. He had new ideas, but they was like, no, we're not going for that, right? We're not going for that. We're going to believe in what the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, right? So when Dr. Khalid Muhammad was addressing the eyebrows, the Asiatic black man, and
he was talking about Kemet and all that stuff too. So
no, they said no.
Yeah.
But and that's that. So if once they say no, then once they say no, they heard what you have to say. They said we're not going in that direction. We believe in the divine of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Fine, but then you can't come back and you can't push that. You got to separate, right? You got to move on, and you got to just leave your whole life that you was before. You got to leave that alone, except for your friends and stuff like that. But as far as the teachings, and they say nah, but they open. They like come to Parliament. But them dudes is strong, boy. They strong in knowledge.
They lucky they ain't found him and beat his ass.
Nah. See, that's the first thing is no. They will only a man will do that if you disrespect a man and invite him to your Frank stand. But they're not gonna. The nation of gods and earth, they just don't give you these are different days. They don't give you the beat down, but they will give you the intellectual beat down.
Right. Yeah, that's a fact. All right, y'all. So, but y'all close out on y'all thoughts overall on this Lord Jamar thing, or whatever it is that y'all would like to close out on. I'm gonna start with Brooklyn and Cali.
Like I said before, it's hard to talk to somebody that think they know everything, man, because you can't really have a real dialogue with them. You can't really build with them because their thoughts are their thoughts. They're not open to anything else. So I think just in Lord Jamar's situation, like whatever he starts to believe that goes against what he was taught, I mean, I would just wonder how strong of a hold that individual or whatever conglomerate that he did learn that from has on him. And that's pretty much all I have to say about it as far as that. It's good seeing you, Brother Reggie. I ain't seen you in a minute, man. I'm glad you're doing well.
I'm on other people's platforms. I comment on other people's platforms. I'm not on a platform that I originally was. You won't see me on that platform. I'm not there.
Okay. Well, peace and blessings to you, man, and everybody in the chat. Y'all stay up, and y'all have a good evening, man.
Let me ask you this question because what's going on out there in Cali right now, far as because I actually looking at it right now.
Talking about the ICE stuff.
Yeah, man, what's going on out there? Because now the police is not even they letting the feds feed for themselves. Go ahead.
Yeah, and the Coast Guard is out here.
Right.
So to me, what it started out as supposed to be, what it was supposed to be, has turned into something else. I feel like they just targeted the brown folks now, man, and that shit is fucked up. Excuse my French. I know who voted for who and whatever. We could say however we want to say, but as a black man, we know how it is to have that target on your back and how it makes you feel. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like when you separating people from their families and taking mothers from their kids and all that other kind of weird shit, like, to me, this country is a melting pot of people. It's not just one type of person, man. And when you target one type of person because of whatever your biases are against that person, that's fucked up, man.
No, but this nation got this nation got borders, and there's been people here like our people, right? Our people, which is black people, right? Who got the worst end of the stick. When the migrants started coming in, the Democratic Party gave them everything, gave them benefits, food stamps. They didn't have to go through what we had to go through. They got more benefits than veterans, right? And so then if you watch their style, right, they really, really gang related. Now, I'm not saying all of them, but I'm saying that they stick together. They don't know nothing about the black man in America. They come and eat our food.
And they look down on us today. If that was, let's just all just be honest, everybody in the chat. If that was us right now, only us, they would let us fend for ourselves. We don't have no friends. We can't say that. I'm not going to say that all of the people that is not black people or black Americans are not cool, that don't fuck with us, or that wouldn't ride for us, or won't be sympathetic for us or won't march with us. I'm not saying that there is none, but I'm just saying there are people that is not Black Americans are in these political seats, in these high positions as local politicians, high politicians, captains, whatever the case may be, and they literally go against the process of the plight or the rise or everything for Black people. They literally just put roadblocks in our way.
Well,
So
just like, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, but that's all. Go ahead, family.
Just like we said that Lord Jamar has a price and he can be bought. That's essentially what was done when it comes to the brown folks, man. They giving them all these different things to buy them. And I'm not saying that, you know, some of them don't act like they white and some of them don't act like this and some of them don't act like that. I'm just speaking from a human being standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I ain't speaking from a human being. They
exactly.
come eat our food.
From a human being. It's not even civil rights. It's human rights.
Human rights. That's all it is.
I don't care. We don't practice human rights in this country. So the fact of the matter is they come in and eat our food. So 20, 30 million of them cross that border, right? So Donald Trump, I'm not a fan of that dude, right?
Neither.
But his mandate was he's gonna remove 1 million a year. There's 20 million in them, right? Undocumented. That's a huge part of the population in America, right? You know, Black folks, Black people, as you might think you 50 million, 40 million, no, you 30 million and below, right? We 30 million and below. We ain't got nothing. When they came in, the Democratic Party gave them everything, gave them benefits, things that we didn't have. And so now when they come here, they don't care two shoots about us, our politics, our history, right?
And they talk about us.
Right. So my whole point of it is not my problem. Not my problem. I ain't doing that. Love everybody when I know that these people don't love me. So, but Trump is doing this because he said he's going to remove 1 million of them a year, right? Which is still too low, right? But he's only how can I say he's only removing 33,000 a month. So he's way below for the people who voted for him, the white folks that voted and the Negroes too, but the white folks that voted for him, he's way behind his quota. So they try to light up LA, right? The way they try to do that. And listen, man, it's bad, but what happened to us in enslavement, Jim Crow, new Jim Crow, right? Happening to us today with incarceration, that's light work. What they doing to them is light, yo.
And let's look at when we have to understand America is a corporation. I know I'm speaking to the choir, but they done like factory workers and all that stuff. They ship everything offshore, so across seas for cheaper labor. They literally strategically made sure that they will bring in other people to work for less because they will do anything to work. So a lot of this stuff is strategically done. All the work that a lot of us needs here is offshores. Why did they do that? That means what? We didn't want to work? Oh no, it was for cheaper profit, for you know what I mean?
Black man labor costs too much in this country. So they got to get rid of us.
We demand what we need to get paid for.
Right. And so the system, the corporation says, Black man, if you do the numbers, what Black people desire in America costs too much. Our cars, right? What we want, our clothes, right? Our swag, all that costs too much. So you know what? We're going to bring in a whole nother population, right? Who in maybe in 5 to 10 years can even outvote the Black man, right? And so this is war. So now we're not in charge. We didn't create the situation. European corporation created the situation. So now they are trying to solve it because they don't want these people in 10 years, 15 years in Congress. They don't want them in the Senate. They don't want them in the local politics. They don't want them. Why should we want them? right? We didn't create the situation, but if you come in and eat my food, look at California, right? Black folks and Mexicans and Californians, right? They eating our food in California, the Mexicans. They don't care nothing about us, right? They eating our food, block by block.
I live in Cali, man. I see what it is. I live in Cali. I'm just not a fan of targeting motherfuckers, man. I don't care who it is. I'm just not a fan of that. I'm just not.
And I totally agree with you, because I feel the same way. But what black people have to do is stop thinking with their hearts all the time, because that's what got us in this predicament anyway, because we are so caring to other people. We are so open arms to everybody else. But why is it so hard for other people to open up to us? And we've seen this shit. It's like we turn a blind eye to this shit. And then when we see things happen to other people, and I'm not knocking it because I feel it too. I do have a heart. I do sympathize.
Ain't nothing happening to them.
But at the end of the day, they are illegals.
Nothing is happening to them. They are illegal, right?
And they should go back exactly where the fuck they belong. And then on top of that, they came to the town hall meetings for reparations. I used to pull up all the fucking footage where we taking all your jobs, you do nothing, you lazy. All these fucking Hispanic immigrants just came here. They just came from dirt, from nothing, and came here, get some work, and they would literally look at a black person and say, "You ain't shit, you are lazy." So the disease that Black Americans have, is the fucking caring disease. We cannot care about people or people that literally highlights that they don't give a fuck about you. Because we gotta get rid of that disease. We gotta cure this shit, because we are sick.
Right, but it's not even our plan. It's those in the Democratic Party. It's their plan. It's their plan, because those people in the Democratic Party, most of them are poor blue collar white Americans that came into some wealth. That's right. And so they want to be like the Republicans. The Republicans were born with wealth, largely, of those groups of people. Talk about the leadership, right? So they are fake. The Democrats are fake or wealthy white folks. And their policies are only there to get votes, because at the end of the day, those people in the Democratic Party, they getting all the money. And you know what? They're the ones who stop us from getting anything. Our own people that we put in the Democratic Party. Maxine Waters, she's supposed to be in charge of banking, right? She's supposed to be in charge of the dirty loans and stuff like that. She's done nothing for us, right? She does stuff for her local community to stay elected, but as far as us, them big banks that rip us off on housing, loans, and stuff like that, she does nothing. But so I'm gonna play by the rules. You just let me know when Brooklyn's finished.
Yeah, man. Because it's gonna, it's a crazy situation. That y'all just close out, and I'm getting the fuck up out of here.
All right. Okay. Like I said, I mean, what your beliefs are and my belief, I have no problem with your beliefs and my belief. I just feel like our problem is with us. You know what I mean? We can't begin to. I'm not gonna blame nobody else and what the country is doing for somebody else on what we got going on between us. I feel like it's a war, but we not even saying that we don't love each other enough and we don't treat each other with enough respect to get things done, because it would all benefit us. But we've seen so many times when we have somebody that is supposed to be a leader, or somebody that we're supposed to. I'm not gonna say supposed to look up to, because it just depends on what you're looking for when you're looking up to somebody. But I feel we have a hard time sticking together, and we don't want to listen, because we don't want to follow nobody, and we don't listen to the people who have the knowledge. for people who have the knowledge that could be the leader, we cut their nose off and we get them up out the way. I've seen it many times. Like, we can't learn anything because we're not willing to sit back and listen. Now, I feel like our plight has been just is, how can I put it? It has destroyed us internally even more than the small hats, but we don't get no kind of nothing for it. And we know that, and we know what it's about, because we know that us as an individual and us as a race, we stronger than anything that they even want to deal with. That's why they refuse to do the right thing when it comes to us, when it comes to reparation, when it comes to just looking at us as more than just 3/4 of a man. You know what I mean? So I think that we have to look within ourselves in order to get things done right, and can't worry about that. Do I think it's fucked up? Because I got friends that's Hispanic and I got family members that's Hispanic, and it's fucked up. And I always say, well, okay, they're illegal, I got it, but it didn't matter when you wanted that labor done for cheap. It didn't matter. None of that shit mattered. Motherfuckers been turning their head the other way forever, having undocumented workers here. So that's how I look at it. And it's nothing wrong with that. It is what it is.
Reggie?
On Lord Jamar is taking up white science. He doesn't understand. In 1865 in England, they started this movement called Not Round Earth. In 1865, these are white folks. So Lord Jamal's where they are today is based on theories that started out in England in 1865, and then it's morphed to people who don't want to read, study, they don't want to learn, they don't want to really be educated. They like conspiracies. But the fact of the matter is, whether the earth is flat, right, or round, right, does not matter much to the black man and black woman of America today. It's a distraction, right? But using that to get influence is a particular problem that I actually have, right? So flat earth theory is a white theory, and it goes against science, it goes against tools. Why is he on the internet? Why? Well, the internet is science, right? Why do we use tools, right? Scientific tools, right? And then go back and spit on the tools that we use, right? So it just shows to me problematic when you get up there. We're not primitive people anymore. None of us, black people in America, we're not primitive. We're not sharecroppers like that no more. We go to the best of the college, sometimes drive the best of the cars, live in the best of our homes, right? Send our children to great schools. Now, who are these groups of people who are invading and distracting us from what we're supposed to do? So that's on Lord Jamar. He's not really relevant. We're making him relevant because some of you are fans of his. But the gods and earths from which he came, when he used those lyrics, they belong to the gods and earths, and they trusted him, right? And so now they're saying, you won't stop using our stuff because what we teach is science, right? And provable stuff. On Diddy, I think the federal court I think the prosecutors, Comey's daughter is the prosecutor. I think they have enough on Diddy. I think a lot of us are fans. What are we fans of? We're so confused. Was you fans of Black Rob? Was you fans of Biggie? Was you fans of Tupac? Was you fans of even other people, Wolf, right? For who Wolf was? Or you fans of Kim Porter, right? What about all the other people that you're going to throw to the side to be to say that you're a fan of somebody who mismanaged $1 billion that could have helped our people, right? Who got away from the City College stampede, who got away for lots of other infractions, He got away because he had money. So if you're a fan of him in this case, that means you're a fan of people with money. You're not a fan of our plight. No man should be doing what he did, and we got to hear it, and he's a black man. This is devastating. He has made us demons, right?
Facts. That's a fact.
And for anybody who be talking about, oh, Diddy's legacy, nah, his legacy was built on other black folks' great talents. And then they taught him to be a rapper. Man, he went to St. Michael's School, Catholic school, right? He went to Catholic school. He wasn't from the hood, right? I mean, they sent him to Catholic school, so that means you had to have some money, right? So he going against structure, right? And so if y'all there, I went to the first day of the courthouse, and I got a chance to talk to a lot of people on the first day before it became what it is, which is a influencers gold mine out there, right? You know, go to Diddy's 17-day, 18-day trial, right? You're gonna get some views, right? So now it's just a few things. But the fact of the matter is, why would he do this to beautiful black people? And then he have his children up there. What kind of monsters are he creating? He got his daughters up there, but they're talking about not using condoms, using drugs, doing all this thing. What is wrong with our people?
Yeah, that's crazy to me. Why they even there?
Yeah, why people free Diddy shirts? Free Diddy.
Yeah, it was paying bums $20 an hour to stand out there with a free Diddy shirt. They have bums.
That's crazy.
That was
But
crazy.
they're not bums. They became homeless because of the plight in America that we're all suffering, right? So some of those people out there, listen, $33 an hour. Watch this. To sit out there for 7-8 hours, that's a job. For them, that's the only job that they got. Shit, Mike Larry. Some days I would want that job, huh?
They was able to eat for that, you know what I mean, for that time, you know.
Shit.
Buy something to eat.
Shit, if I had a spot out there, shit, $30, that's more than a regular job. $33 an hour, right?
That's almost $70K a year.
And you sitting out there, and you're gonna be sitting out there, and you're doing this for like you're doing this for like 3 months. Man, that could get them on their feet. I ain't hating on those people. I ain't hating on those people. Not saying that you was Mike Larry, but the fact of the matter is money. All the reporters, you go down there, Mike Larry, all the reporters, ABC, NBC, CBS.
Yeah, all of them there. If I was still living in Queens, I would have been there too. Shit, I would have been up in that motherfucker for real. But I'll be back in New York soon, though. I'll be up top.
So Diddy's situation is really not our business. What it is, all it is just part of the entertainment game. It's something to talk about. It's like the basketball games, right? When the New York Knicks, I went to the watch parties. I was in Madison Square Garden. I was Radio City. It was the biggest thing in New York City. $10 a seat to go in the Garden.
That's because they haven't been there in 25 years, man. I know that city was on fire, man.
Oh, yeah. And then you know who messed it up? Young white folks from Staten Island and from Long Island, because most of those are the people that was there, right? Yeah. Most black folks didn't come to the watch parties. And then when the Knicks did win, you know, their celebration, they messed everything up. And so
that's crazy. That's crazy. You got that Brunson hat on, man. And
because I was selling Brunson hats.
Me too. You were selling Brunson hats. Salute. So I'm not gonna get too deep in it, but I don't know if you remember Brooklyn and Cali or people in the chat when I spoke about it was very brief about Brunson.
Yeah, I remember what you said.
Don't mention it.
I'm not even gonna say shit.
It got spooky. It got spooky. It got real spooky behind that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna hold you. So that's why I'm protected all over my house. But it got spooky with that. I ain't gonna hold you. It really, you know what? I'll probably speak to you offline about that. But it got spooky about this guy. So I felt like somebody was sent to me to try to set me up, to send me that video of Brunson. And
Doing whatever.
I spoke to somebody who was close to Brunson. Spooky, son. Spooky shit. I'm not even. It's spooky to the 10th power.
I thought you was about to say something about them losing and getting put out, but I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, that had kind of triggered me for a minute because it triggered that moment. But somebody was sent to me somehow. It sent me a video of something. It was very complicated. They try to destroy this man's image and his likeness and his money in the height of the playoffs.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah, but go ahead.
Is it really destroying his image and likeness if the nigga is doing it?
No, but the people will feel like, by the way, it's deleted. I don't have it. I don't want it. I don't have it. I don't want it. I don't have it. It's deleted. I don't have it. I told certain people who's close to Brunson and all that shit. These niggas is not playing games.
Hey man, you sound like you
somebody famous that the whole world know.
You sound like Jay-Z. Me and Diddy ain't friends.
It's spooky. So
I was just trying to make some money. So Brunson, they built the whole team around him.
But that shit is
there's a lot of people with 11 and who got 11 on their who wore the number 11, and Brunson gave New York a whole lot of money. A lot of people made a buku amount. Now us, because when I went down there, I'm the only person who couldn't sell nothing. They were selling shirts right in front of the police. I come down there, here they come. They snatched. They grabbed me by my arms. They was getting ready to put the cuffs on. I only had 3 hats because I only keep 3 hats in my hand because I know the game, right? So then I re-up, and I'm like, y'all really gonna do me for 3 hats? And y'all letting these people sell and these people sell? Why me?
Wait, first of all, where you stand at? You don't stand across the street like it's like that. It's like it's the Amtrak that's right there. That is like, it looked like it used to be a library, I think, whatever. Or where the Flixbus stand at, because I used to catch the Flixbus to go to Delaware. That's 39th.
Man, I'm a hustler.
Right there, right there. It's crowded.
Oh shit, Mike. Hey, Mike, your shit sound like it's transforming like Optimus Prime right now.
Oh yeah?
No, he's clear with me.
Yeah.
He's clear. No, I'm a hustler. I will get on the line where they're going in and showing their tickets, and I'll be on the line, and I let everybody pass me, and everybody that passed me, I'm trying to sell them a hat, right? I will but I won't be front and center, right? I won't be front.
You gotta do it a certain way. You know the vibes. You gotta be smooth with it.
Yeah, I sell on the line. I'll be like, I got a ticket and I sell on the line. But they just ain't like me having anything that was nice looking. My other hat had the colors, and the other
is that a dad hat or just like a regular
snapback? Snapback.
Oh yeah, all right. It looks good, man. That shit triggered me though, because Lord have mercy, I don't understand.
Well, thanks for letting me come on, Mike Larry. Haven't been on.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but I'm here. I'm your brother, and I'm glad I added something that people didn't, because they say with my information I'm a show killer, but I did add something relevant.
You did a good job, man. I appreciate you, Reg, man. So thank you, man. Thank you for coming on, man.
No problem. Peace to the family.
Good to see you. Peace, Reg.
Peace.
All right, my nigga Brooklyn and Cali. You already know my G, man. Anything else, King?
Hey, man, I just pray for everybody, man. Everybody keep their head up. Any trials, tribulations you going through, man, keep your head up, man. Say a prayer.
That's right. Pray, man.
Man, Yeah, man. Much love to everybody in the chat, man. This shit crazy. You know, the world, like we got a lot of shit going on down here right now. We done had a marathon. We got this BT shit going on, and we got ICE running around and shit. So it's a lot going on down here, man. So,
yeah.
but at the end of the day, God keep waking us up to move through these days, man, and that's what counts, man. Every day that you get awakened, you got a chance to create a new beginning or complete some goals that you may have out here. So just keep on pushing, everybody, man. Y'all stay up, man. Like I told you before, Mike, I got love for you. You keep your head up, my nigga, for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, peace to everybody in the chat. One love, man.
One love, Brooklyn, the motherfucking Cali, man. Peace, King. Yeah, I'm gonna play. Yeah, my bad. I meant to X out another window, so that's my bad. So this is what I'm gonna do. You know, this is I wasn't gonna do it, but I said fuck it, let me just do it because it's just to get it out my system. I want to play something just to show you where, you know, some of y'all might leave. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I just wanted to get this out the way. For some reason, this is just for me. So if some of y'all can start dropping out if y'all want to. I'm just going to show you. This is a video of these. I don't even know who did it, but these kids that's I guess they from my hood and they just did a tour of. I'm calling it a tour or just walk around real quick. It's not a long video. I haven't seen it in its entirety, but this is just what I wanted to do. So y'all can leave if y'all want to. I'm just gonna do it for those who rocks with me, I guess. Whatever. We on West 11th Street. So I think this is building 28. And my niggas busting them UEs. I don't even know who the fuck these niggas is. And them cusses be calling off projects, man. We here to me out, man. So these have to be some other dudes because I don't know who these dudes are, but I guess salute to them. We here and we outside, we deep. We just getting into it right now. This right here is the community center right now.
I love that the Google UX design certificate was taught by Google employees.
And and the reason why I'm playing it because I'm not gonna lie, I miss my hood though. You know what I mean? I ain't been up top in a minute, but I might be moving back though. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's gonna be New York though, but I'm thinking about moving back. I'm about to walk past it, yo, bro. I ain't on front. Marlboro was a crazy peas back in the day, bro. It was a super crazy peas right back in the day, bro. If you went to John Dewey, all my niggas that went to John Dewey, they know what's up, nigga. These blood niggas that used to be here, I don't know if they still here. I'm pretty sure they still, some of them still around from back in the day, but these niggas in here used to be wild inside. You was getting robbed, you was getting beat up, you was getting set up, you was getting all that kind of crazy shit in Marlboro Peas, bro. Facts. Let me see. I don't know. I think this was like back in like early 2000s, like. Yeah, this shit is named after a cigarette. That shit is named, and I can't even see what's the name. See, look, Marlboro right there. Feel me? Gives it up. Facts. We're gonna call what the fuck is up with this thing? Cause you could get. I seen that. Cause you could get smoked out here. You definitely can. For some reason, this shit is fucking up right now. Yeah, you could definitely get smoked like a cigarette out here, for a fact. Cause what these niggas out here, they do not play. Nope. All right, so there it is. I don't know what the fuck just happened. All right, about to come in right now. I don't know if y'all can see it. I think so. This is just brief. It's only a few minutes. So again, this is for those y'all don't have to watch this, but this is just for my sake. So this is where I grew up at right here. You know what I mean? And it's very different. It's very different now. Like this is when everybody was outside. This is what we call the dark side because it's always dark down here. So this is the dark side. So, but a lot of childhood memories. I used to get my hair braided in there. Yvette, I think she's still there. She looking good now. She all slim and shit. You know what I mean? So I don't know these kids, but I'm a fast forward. I'm not gonna play the whole let it just ride all the way through. But it used to be gates here, all this shit. So this is it's real different now. It's less trees, but everybody used to be outside, man. I think that's building 21 right here. So we're gonna go past 21. Issa, we used to be in Issa crib over here, and this is my Muslim homie Kaz that being Marcy and shit. His family from right here, Karima and shit like that. The Muslim family, salute to them. Yeah, this is building 21. I haven't seen this in a minute, so I'm just it's a brief reminisce real quick. That's all. Oh, I got it on mute. So we had got a lot of memories back here, and you have to understand back in the early 90s, late 90s, even it don't even have to be here, like anywhere where you from, any state, everybody was outside. It's different now. People still be outside, but it wasn't like back in the days. Everybody was outside. Everybody. This is building 21 right here. Salute the Ron. I don't really, but Joe Dent. You know what I'm saying? J New, Peanut, rest in peace. His sister just passed the other day. We got Minda, we got CeeLo, Nut, everybody. Red Fox, Sister Linda, all of them. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna hold you. They used to call that the dirty building back in the days, but it's all good. That's the big park. So this is where we used to be. We ain't had these gates and none of that shit. So, this is just my just a brief reminisce right here. This is everybody used to be in this big park. Look, this shit it never was like that. That shit used to be cut. Do Crazy Eddie on a fucking swings and shit. Yeah, I used to have fun. Let me see. Can y'all still see that shit? But so this shit used to be lit, man. We played Crazy Eddie. And remember, I don't know if y'all told me when I got caught with my gun, it was from in this building. In this building. My fucking matter of fact, I can't point her show her windows because she still lived there to this day. So I'm not even gonna point, but the building is over there. It's building 10, which is right there. That's building 3. That's my cousin Scooby building right there. And when they police banged on my door, I jumped out my window and ran to this building. Crackhead white girl Melanie was standing right here. White bitch. Opened the door and police, the whole fucking precinct was chasing me, and she told them that I was in this building. She had to. I knocked on Maria's door. Miss Tilly, she was alive at the time. I banged on the door. They ain't opened the door. I even went to Pop Mom's crib. I think that's on the 5th, 6th floor. And I wound up going up on the roof, and she told the police I'm on the roof. The whole police came up there and grabbed me up. As soon as I came out the building, like the whole projects, everybody was right here, and they took a picture of me and shit. I was in the newspapers that time too. I was in the newspaper too that day. This building 17. And rest in peace to Kerman, because When I came home, he gave me the article from the New York Post, and I used to have that shit on my wall. So I don't know where the fuck they going. Oh, they going whatever they going. We going fast forward. So they going through the steps and all that. But yeah, we're gonna keep it pushing. This is my building. This is where I jumped out my window and ran to right here. Ran to building 17. This is my building right here. This is where I have my studio apartment at. Yeah, that's building 13. This is 16. And my window was right there. I'm really from this building, building 14. I'm originally from this building on the 6th floor. But right here, that's where I have my studio apartment right there, apartment 2H right there. And shit. I jumped out the window. The whole precinct, the cars was right there. I jumped out this window, boom, and ran this way. I had my braids all the way to the back. I had the orange Carhartt jacket on and shit. Yeah, I remember that. That was crazy, man. And I wound up doing 9 months because of that shit. I wound up doing 9 fucking months, man. I wound up doing 9 months for that shit. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. I know some of y'all, I guess. All right, some of y'all still in here? Okay, that's good. I can see on my phone because if I move it, it ain't gonna work. But I know some of y'all. All right, so y'all, hopefully, all right. I guess y'all enjoying yourself. Well, thank you. And let me say something real quick since y'all here. Let me just give you some context to this, man. You see this big grass right here? Y'all see this big grass? We call this the big grass. We had football. It was so many trees. They cut a lot of trees down. We had baseball here, football, Cocolivio, manhunt. We had, nigga, back in the days, we had so much fun here. Literally have fun up here. My window is literally right, the kitchen window, 6th floor, right there. My moms used to call me out the window and say, Dorian, like that. Like they used to say, yo, that is the bat signal. Like they be like, yo, your mom's calling you. She called from this window. That's the kitchen window. This the living room. This my sister Khadija room. This my mother room. My room was on the side. I could be all the way on the other side. You could hear her call my middle name, and you knew. Take your ass in the house. People used to be like, yo, Mike, your mom's calling you. Word up. But we used to have bad fun right here. Everybody, the snowball fights, all that shit. We used to have snowball fights right here in this grass. Everybody from the other side come right here. AG, my cousin, I used to, he didn't know, but I was hitting him in the face with snowballs. He was standing right here. Me and white boy Sean, we was right here. Like the whole project is right here, like wrestling and shit like that and fighting. But you know, it's a snowball fight. And AG was standing right here. Ali Khan. I was young. So I was just thought he ain't know. He came up to me, but I was like, it wasn't me. But that's like 92. So if you listen to AG, you know I love you, cuzzo. Word up. I caught him like 3 times. I had a real good arm, man. My aim was impeccable, son. My aim was serious. My shit was crazy. Somebody said peace to the gods and earth. Yeah, salute. Peace to the gods and earth, man. We gonna fast. This is just memories right here because it's so different now. You know what I'm saying? But everybody was outside. We all used to be outside, son. Outside. You had to fight. Yo, hold on. Let me give you a story right here. It's crazy. And we just missed his window. It should be a retarded kid named Gooba. His window was literally right here. This is Gooba window. Literally right here. This is early. We talking about 90. We talking 90, 91. Gooba be right here. He lived right here. He used to be like, Happy Father's Day. Right? But check this out. This motherfucker did me dirty. I remember my nigga Wayne, we call him Wheezy. Right? I haven't seen him in months. I meet him right here. Like I would never forget this shit. I'm probably like 11, 12. I see him in like in years, about months. It's been a while. He went to North Carolina. I seen him give him a hug and shit like that. He chopped it up and we started walking this way. We started walking this way. This nigga Gooba was on a bike, son. As this is me and Wayne walking this way. The nigga Gooba was on like a 10 speed. I did not see him coming. Mind you, he's like mentally, like he's a Riri. That nigga ran over my whole body, son. I mean, he didn't fall, he didn't slip. It was like my body was like pavement. Like if my body was smooth, like he rolled over my fucking leg, my ass, my back, my head, and kept it pushing, son. Saying Happy Father's Day. I will never forget that shit, son. Gooba, he rode this way. He was saying Happy Father's Day, going this way. After he just ran me the fuck over, son. Real shit, son. I think I was like 12 or some shit like that. Word up. And yeah, so yeah, it's I don't want to talk about the bad stuff. I could talk about shootouts and a whole bunch of shit that happened out there, but I'm not even gonna do that. I'm not even gonna do all that. But it's a lot of crazy shit. I could say one thing. Rest in peace to Slice. This is almost up. Once it's over, I'm getting off. But I give one thing. The dude's no longer here. This is like 95. Slice got shot by a nigga named T Black. They don't live here no more. None of these people live here no more. He got shot, and I was coming through this parking lot. This is like 90. Slice got shot in 94. 94. He was laying on the pavement right here. This was the big drug dealing building. Like, matter of fact, Tupac was at this building right here. Matter of fact, Tupac came to this building. When they shot Bullet on the other side, and American Gangster was shot in this building too. But Tupac was standing in front of this building when he shot Bullet in 95. I moved to the crazy shit is I moved to Atlanta in 96, and when I went into juvenile detention, we had movie night, which was on a Saturday night. I watched Bullet in Atlanta in juvenile detention, eating dry ass popcorn. I'm literally picturing it as I'm speaking. But Tupac filmed Bullet over there, but he came through the hood and was talking to niggas and shit like that right here. I remember that shit. Never forget. Even Tiny, matter of fact, Tiny, T.I., they walked through the projects like right here. The whole family. They walked through here to go to L&B's Pizza, the famous L&B Pizza. Yep, T.I., that's when they was doing American Gangster. T.I. was out here. I was out there. I was living I was living out there at the time. I was still living out there. Oh no, yeah, I was still living out there. I was still living out there at the time. And so right here, I remember coming right here and Slice was shot. He was on the floor over here somewhere. And he told me to go call like the ambulance and shit. So but we missed it. But this building 3. But rest in peace to Slice, man. He got murdered out of town, man, hustling to other people's towns, man. And niggas do not be playing, son. God bless his soul. Shout out to his brother Little D. And I should say pause because there's weirdos out here, so I'm gonna say pause. But this is building 11. This is where I literally, when I was pumping, this is where 12 years old, 13. You can say 12, but it's really like 13 because my birthday is December 31st. But this is where I was selling drugs at right here. But I definitely got to give love to Gloria. Dell, the one that I interviewed that was with Puff, they live right here. They don't live there no more. Gloria, she used to call me right here, tell me to go to the store, get her a pack of Coca-Cola and Cool Miles in a box, cigarettes. Her birthday was January 1st, so She'd have parties. I couldn't come in there because I was young or whatever. But yeah, but miss you, Uncle Gloria, love you. God bless. But this is where I really hung out at right here. So this was the building 11. This is where I did everything at, man. Right here. This is the building. I was pumping here 12, well, 13. I'm gonna give it 13. 13, 14 up. This is where I've been at. This is my building. This is where Bruce Sly lived at, Nisi. None of them lived there no more. So we used to be, this is the crib we stayed in and everything. And I don't know if I told y'all about the story about it was a hurricane. The dude Asiatic from Fort Greene. He was big like the original 50 Cent, real drug dealing niggas. And what's his name? He got murdered too. He's from my project, Dread nigga. Wow, I can't remember. Long story short, me and Scooby ran to this building, ran here because we seen Asiatic. And why his name is not, his name is that's insane. But anyway, he's from my projects. The motherfucker, we was in a building with my building that I showed you when I lived on the second floor of that building. Long story short, AZ and the other dude, damn, I can't remember why I'm not remembering his name. Something, fuck. Damn, it's fucking with me. But them niggas had 2 guns and shit. So long story short, we knew they was coming for a certain group of people here, shit like that. And me and Scooby ran through the hurricane. Like it was a literal hurricane, like horrific. And niggas are sitting right there. This wasn't here. This was like no bulletproof glass. This updated shit. This shit was nothing like that. This was like rugged. Like bullets went through glass here. And me and him ran. I'm glad we didn't run into what is it? Riri. What's his name? Riri, right? I think his name is Riri. Yeah, Riri. Riri and fucking right. Riri and AZ. I'm glad we didn't run into him because they would have killed our ass. We ran around here like, yo, them niggas is coming. Mike Powell was sitting right there. Was Johnny there? I don't think Johnny was there, but Bass, Judah, niggas had Max Uzis, all that shit, but they ain't know they was coming. They went all the way around to come this way. They come in front of the building like and ambush them. But they already made sure the back of the door was closed. These are real gangster niggas, some real niggas. Niggas in Fort Greene know who Asiatic was about. You know what I mean? But we came there just in time and told them. Soon we told them, because Scooby slipped. Somebody called him and pulled him in the building. Literally. Matter of fact, Dell was there. Bass opened the fucking elevator door right there. Next thing you know, pop, 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 them niggas start shooting like real crazy. It was crazy. So many fucking stories here. That's real shit. That was like 95. That was 95 right there. That's 95. And then, because they used to come in with in Jeeps and cars, niggas from Fort Greene, downtown Brooklyn, come all the way to Coney Island. They used to ride through here, and they used to come because it was beef over here. They used to come from Fort Greene in like Jeeps and cars. They would come through here, ride through here, and ride past the building. So whoever's out there, them niggas was letting off. And Aunt Live, Shauna cousin, I remember me and Bruce was in the room, like we was knocked out sleep because Bruce is like my brother. You know what I'm saying? So I spent plenty nights here. When my mom think I was just spending the night over there, I was selling drugs too. But anyway, but I was knocked down the room, motherfucking Aunt Live was right here. We looking out the window. The niggas from Fort Greene was there, and Aunt Live was doing this side to side, shooting at them niggas like in one spot, but just moving like this. I remember because I'm looking out the window. If them niggas knew that we lived right here on the first floor, them niggas would have aired that fucking crib out. They would have aired it out. They would have shot, but we had kids in there. We had Jordan and Jessica in there. We had twin babies in there. You know what I mean? And Niecy, you got Uncle Butter and shit like that in there. It was wild, son. Wild shit. This is building 2, man. Ant was, them niggas pulled up right there. Ant was like literally right here. That shit was crazy. I got shit more story than that. We was looking at them right through this window. We was right here looking right here. These niggas is right here. They used to pull up, and just go past the building. See them looking at the window right here while they was shooting at Ant, and Ant, he would just move side to side, shooting, letting off, and them niggas, nobody got hit. But that was one of those crazy ass times. But I don't even know where they go after this though. But yeah, building 2 salute. This is where the building. This is where Wyclef come from. Wyclef used to live in this building. This is building 2. Matter of fact, in the PJ's video, he was right there in front of building 11. He was right here in front of this building. When you see him walking through here, this is the scene. He was, and my brother, God bless his soul, he in the video, he was standing right over here where the bench is, right where this arrow at over here. And I didn't want to be in the video. I went to building 10. But yeah, so this where and when he was walking through here, right here, Wyclef in the videos. He was walking through there. And then that scene with we called that the Chinese garden. So they doing the Chinese garden over, because this was the Chinese garden. This would be nothing but plants and shit like that. Like, and don't get it twisted. They used to have they grew vegetables, everything. Like even in front of the buildings, even in front of my building 16, Miss Black, God bless her soul, she had a garden in front of in the grass in front of the building. You bet not fuck with Miss Black tomatoes and green peppers and fucking lettuce and all that shit. She grew all that shit, fruits and all that shit. That scene with what's the name? With Russell Crowe walking through the project right here. This is it. Matter of fact, when they shot that scene, me, stupid ass Tito, Puerto Rican Tito, me, Tito, shout out to Love, bass brother. He had the camcorder. They filming right here. Me and him, me, Tito, and Love, we was right here in the cut by this building watching them film that scene. Literally right there. Yep, we was right in the cut while they was coming up. I remember that shit. But anyway, this shit is almost done. All right, so this is my cousin building. This building 1 and shit. Grew up in this motherfucker, man. Yeah, it's still crazy right now. The young ones, the niggas definitely on some other shit right now. You know what I mean? But yeah. So, but they ain't go up top. But anyway, that's all. That's my little rant for the day. So yeah, I had to go down memory lane, man. That's pretty much it. A memory lane. I thank everybody for tuning in. I know y'all tired or whatever. I know I'm tired. I'm gonna go heat up my goddamn spaghetti right now. Everybody, y'all be good. Y'all be safe. And that's all I can say. I'm out. Peace.